Welcome to Plays and Parlays. I am your host, Wesley, along with my co-host, the Guru LT, my dude, VZ, and my guy, man. What's going on, fellas?
Chilling, man.
Where'd it go?
Hey,
Glad
man,
my
this
bye
weekend,
week's gone.
yeah, man, this week was crazy, man. This last week in football was crazy, man. What do y'all feel like, like just a real quick recap? How do y'all feel about how last week went? And then, I know a lot of us may not remember exactly how we voted, who we picked for last week, but what do y'all think about the overall week? We'll start with you, VZ, real quick.
Going through the games, I picked the Chargers. I picked the Cowboys by default. I picked the Bengals. They lost to the Jets. I got that one wrong. Got the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? Thought the Falcons was going to beat the Dolphins. To me, that was the biggest shock of the week. Like, it looked like Tua got the team back. Like, they was playing. They was doing celebrations and handshakes on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Like, that offense looked like you expect that offense to look. Yeah, and then I think, most importantly, they started using Ollie Gordon. They started using him instead of just trying to run, Achane all the time. Because remember, they had Achane and Mostert. Mostert's gone. They needed it works better if they got a 1-2. So, like, I don't know what's happening because their offense looks scary now again, and that's without Tyreek. And then Darren Waller is a huge threat in the middle of the field. He takes a lot of attention away from, especially like underneath stuff and like checkdowns, which is what Ollie ended up scoring on.
So you think all in all, you feel like the week was it
had a few surprises, but it was. I thought the Panthers were going to put up a better fight against the Bills. That Texans game surprised me. Their defense, if you look at the time of possession on that game, the 49ers just couldn't get on the field. They didn't have enough time to do anything. By the time they got on the field, Christian McCaffrey, like when it was worth playing, you couldn't run no more. Christian McCaffrey had like 20-something yards. Like it was a crazy defensive performance. Eagles, they beat the Giants like I thought. Sucks to see Cam Scatterbull get injured like that. Yeah, the Patriots killed the Browns. I'm sure we'll talk about that later. Bucks beat the Saints like I thought. Colts beat the Titans. Packers beat the Steelers. Everything went like I thought. It was just like two little curveballs in there.
Okay, LT.
Yeah, there were a couple of curveballs for sure. I was very surprised that the Panthers didn't put up as much of a fight as I thought they were going to put up at home. That was a much different team than I'm used to seeing them play at home. So maybe they're falling back to earth a little bit. Moving forward, probably not going to have as much faith in them no matter where they play. I think they're going to start kind of bubbling around that bottom end of the league like they should. If you really look around the league, though, I thought there were a couple of upsets last week that really kind of were very surprising. The biggest one to me personally, though, was the Texans. The fact that they were able to keep them off the field as long as they did, the time of possession was absolutely insane. It's really hard to win a game if you can't get solidified and kind of get your play calling underneath you and kind of get the offense really used to the reps on the field on game day. So I was very surprised by the Texans, how they played. Very, very good game plan. Did not expect that at all. That was
41 minutes to 18 minutes.
Very different game plan than you normally see them run with, too. They're normally kind of a little bit faster, right? A little bit faster tempo. They were like, you know what, we're going to slow this down and really grind the team that just doesn't have anybody right now and just get them real tired, get them working, and then their defense, I don't know what was going on with them. They couldn't stop anything. On the outside, really. They had a real trouble on the edge. That's really shocking. So moving forward, that's something to look at on that team, too. Other than that, the Saints, they finally benched Rattler. Thank goodness. I'm good to go there. I'll talk about my team since we're not going to do it during the show because they suck so bad. Rattler's terrible. I'm very happy that they took him off of there and put him on the bench. Shook isn't any better. Don't get me wrong, but at least now you have given somebody else an opportunity to see what he has. That's the way the league's supposed to work, right? Next man up.
Agreed.
So I'm pretty excited about that. There's a couple more teams that should do that, and I'm sure we're going to get into that soon as well. But yeah, other than that, I thought it was a pretty good weekend. Any given Sunday, I was probably, I want to say 70% last week. So not terrible. Definitely missed on the Jets as well. The 1 week I don't pick them because I just lost faith completely. They come out and win. I missed it by 1 week. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed it by 1 week.
Absolutely. So, we all did. You weren't alone on that one.
We knew it was coming, though.
We knew it was coming. But they're not winning. I don't have any faith in that team whatsoever. And the Dolphins, I'm glad you touched on them with Tua. I don't think he earned the locker room back by any means. I think that was more of a, hey, look, if you're not going to do it, we're going to take care of it ourselves kind of moment, in my opinion. But
right.
we'll see going forward because they have a very, very big game this week against a much healthier Ravens lineup.
Ravens
So
team.
that's going to be interesting to see how they come out in that one.
Man.
Yeah, this was actually crazy. This was the 1 week I got all of them right, but I wasn't on last week, so I couldn't tell y'all.
You got them all right.
Yeah, I got all of them right. Yeah.
You got them all
By
right.
default. By default.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's
Yeah,
perfect
I got it all right.
Perfect timing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
this is
saying?
regular.
I'm like,
Yeah,
you
I was
did
like,
all. There was no
Yeah,
problem.
man. Yeah, but
100%,
man.
man. He'll tell you money. I'm gonna call you Money Line Man, man. Keep it
Yeah.
up.
yeah, but
He
I
get
think
them all right.
the Eagles got kind of lucky. I think that the Jalen Hurts fumble.
That was a
when
fumble for sure.
That was a
That was
fumble.
a
Nah,
I
that was a
couldn't
fumble. You
believe
can't
that.
stop the progress in a.
Yeah.
I don't know how that
Yeah.
got past him. Like
'Cause
that
if they
was
pushed him further, then they would have called it more
exactly.
yards.
I'm like, so that's a fumble then. Like you
Yes.
can't stop forward progress. Like that was clearly a fumble. That might have
Absolutely.
changed the momentum of that game. You're right.
Because the game would have been so much closer, but that would have been a 1-possession game.
Yeah,
And
and they
so
would have
then-
been playing hard because since they just lost.
Yeah, that's a momentum. Like they just stopped
Mhm.
the tush push. You know, like
Yeah, that was
Cena just
crazy.
did it.
Dude was hot about that. You see the one, I don't know his
Yeah.
name, but he was hot. He's like, they had to tell him, be quiet, don't talk about the refs like
yeah,
that.
you can't
know?
do it. Oh
Mhm.
man, that was a terrible call. That
It
game.
was a horrible call.
Yeah, I think because I wanted the Giants to win that game again, but then I think I like the Packers and Steelers game. That one was huge. The one catch, I thought they was gonna make that an incomplete pass when he had the ball and the dude slapped it out like after he took like 5-6 steps.
Yeah,
But then they ended up giving him that. That was another good game. That was like the Super Bowl rematch, but this time Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers. But that game I think was one of the better games. Other than that,
Yeah.
my team didn't even play, so I didn't really care.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump this week off, man. Real quick. We're gonna start with you, LT, man. We got the Ravens and we got the Dolphins. So
Ravens
what's
look
your
like
take
they're
on
back
this right
clicking.
here?
Ravens look like they're back clicking a little bit, and I like it. When the offense moves, man, they're good, and they can kind of grind games away, especially if they can get the run game going, and that way the defense can get a little bit of a rest and, maybe not give up 40 points a game. That'd be impressive for them. Now, they are playing at the Dolphins, okay, a team that is very, very hot and cold this entire season. You just don't know what you're going to get. It's kind of like the Atlanta Falcons is who I kind of linked them to. You just don't know if they're going to be good or bad that day. I do not have any trust in Tua whatsoever as a QB. Watching him play, I just don't think he has it right now. And like I said, I think it's just a fact of him kind of being scared. He plays scared out there is what it looks like at certain times.
Yeah.
So no, I don't trust that team at all. I don't think they're going to win 2 in a row. Spread 7.5 for a reason. I think Baltimore wins this.
Okay, Veezy.
I think the simple answer is Baltimore is going to win this game. Lamar's back. I don't see them losing this game. I do think that it'll probably be interesting a little bit later than we think it should be, just because if Tua and that offense is clicking, the Ravens defense is that bad. So if, you know what I'm saying, like if Waddle and you know what I'm saying, if they get something going offensively, and it's not like the daunting task of playing the Ravens defense, I think they could get going. I still think the Ravens ultimately win because I trust Lamar 1,000 times more than I trust Tua. The Ravens gonna win this game, but I think it's gonna be probably interesting, like into the third quarter and like fourth quarter, like Ravens put it away.
Man.
Yeah, I think the Ravens, they just need to win games at this point, and I think it will not be a bad game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout or nothing, but because the Dolphins, their offense is looking stronger than it was before. They're getting it together. The Ravens team, now that they got Lamar back, it's just they got the helm back. So and he's gonna try to push these wins, these easy wins that they could get. They got to get those through because
they got to knock them out.
They started really late. So I got the Ravens with that one.
I'm not gonna make this too difficult. I'm gonna go with the Ravens for sure. Tua got 10 interceptions, man. I mean, even though he's almost, he's almost hitting that 70% completion percentage. He's doing 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, which is like that just speaks volumes right there. But I think he threw 3 in one game. You know what I mean? He threw, so
Didn't he
gotta
do
kinda,
that twice? I think he did that twice, didn't he? Didn't he throw
quite
3 picks?
possible. And like you were saying, the first thing I was thinking is that he did get the locker room back, but at the same time, I'm almost thinking that are the players being told, hey, you know what I mean? Maybe this coach is gone.
Yeah.
This guy, you like this coach you got right here? This guy right here who's like not on you about everything. If he cares about your family problems, what you got going on at home, you know what I mean? He might let you off a little early. He's a player's coach. And so, hey, do your job or this coach is gone next year. We understand Tua's not playing that great. He might be gone next year, depending upon the situation. But I don't think they have anything they can get rid of him for right now. Who are you going to back? Who's backing him up? Who are they going to, put into the fire right there? So at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the Ravens myself. I don't see the Dolphins being able to mess with them. And hopefully Lamar is somewhat, he's back.
Yeah.
More or anything else. If he's back, I don't see their running back. He's soft. The Sharman's right now. Henry's just running tepid to me. He's like tiptoeing to get even the touchdowns he's running on. Like he don't want to get hit. He's not hitting the hole. I'm like, what's up with this dude? I mean, he only got 500 yards. It's basically halfway through the season. You add that up, you gonna only do 1,000 yards this year. You're somebody, man. I'm like, bro, I don't know. You know what I mean? But right now, they're not looking like a team right now that can actually make a playoff push unless Lamar come in there. He said, take all the games out you hear about that? I guess in the locker room, he was like, man, take all the games out. He's like, I told him take the TVs out, everything, all the ping pong tables, take it all out of here because we're not playing like we're supposed to be playing. We probably won't get them. Yeah, we probably won't get them back to spring training or something like that. Period. I mean, he's a leader on that level. So I definitely hopefully he comes back and does what he's supposed to do because of course everyone gonna love to see the Ravens make it to the playoffs and make a push in the playoffs. All right, 49ers and Giants. VZ, what we looking like on this 49ers and Giants right here, man?
Giants. After last week with the 49ers, man, I don't know. Their defense is bad. Now, granted, they're being helped a little bit because the Giants' offense is not like world beaters. And then they also lost, one of the engines of that offense in Scatterbo, unfortunately. What's disappointing about the Giants? You would think that they sack the quarterback 9 times a game looking at their roster. Mm-hmm. You would be like, these dudes, you can't do nothing against their defensive line. And you see them play, and it's just like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, Thibodeau don't look the same to me. I think he's probably going to get traded or cut at the end of this year. I'm going into next year. I mean, Dexter Lawrence still looks good. They still got Brian Burns, who's kind of disappeared. Last year, he was putting up numbers for him. And then they drafted dude Abdul Carter, who hasn't – I mean, he's still a rookie, so I give him a little benefit of the doubt. But one of them – all of them ain't going to stay. Somebody's probably going to have to go, whether it be via trade or cut. On paper, I really like their defense. And, I mean, the Giants just don't have nobody – I mean, the 49ers just don't have nobody left. Like, I think maybe if you can get – I think the biggest difference in this game is if Christian McCaffrey gets going, it's over. If he gets going, if he starts catching stuff out the back, if he have one of them 8 catches, 18 runs game, it's going to be over. So I think the 49ers is going to get this one, but once again, I think it's going to be closer than we anticipate.
Okay, man.
Yeah, I don't even like the Niners, but the Giants offense they're getting depleted of everything the same way the Niners defense is being depleted of everything. I still think the Niners still have a couple more pieces on their defense that overshadow that offense right there. Because Dart's being thrown into a spot where it's just like, not much you can do now.
Figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what you got to deal with. And then the Niners, they offense with like Christian McCaffrey, I agree with too, but Kittle might
I forgot he was
kill
back.
them. Yeah, Kittle might kill them. So the Niners, their team right now, they're just barely a good team. But they could have been one of the best teams in the league if they were healthy. But I got the Niners because Giants just lost a lot.
You look at their defender Burns on the Giants, right? He got 10 sacks.
Yeah,
I mean that's okay. LT.
I'm gonna go different than everybody here. I'm gonna go Giants.
Okay.
There's a reason here. You're also missing 2 new guys as far as the defenders. You just lost a key linebacker and a defensive lineman in their last game. As far as Alfred Collins is out too. So I don't think look, man, it catches up to you at a certain point if you just can't stay healthy. And they really, really have a problem staying healthy. They're already missing half their team on offense. I know they have Kittle back, but look, is Mac Jones starting to kind of come back a little bit? Is that what it's looking like to everybody? Because to me, it is. He's starting to fall back to earth a little bit. So can he make those reads? I mean, look, the interceptions are starting to pile up a little bit more for him too. So
let me ask you this, LT, not to cut you. Do you feel like it's him falling back to earth, or do you feel like he just doesn't have the weapons? I mean, half of
he doesn't. He's throwing to second stringers or practice squad members, and I think that's what it's coming down to. Is it's catching up one way or the other, whether it's him or whether it's the team kind of catching up with injuries. It's just not a match. It's just bad situation for them to be in right now. Like I said, if they're at full capacity, they win this game by 2 touchdowns plus. Easy. But because they have the weapons, they have the speed, they can control the clock, everything, right? And their defense, when healthy, is just monstrous. So they're playing a team this week that is just playing with no fear. They're playing with just fun, period. And now you're missing your running back if you're the Giants, right? So now
they got their backup though. I mean, they were kind of a
1-2. Tracy is decent.
This quarterback has moxie. Okay, he's got a serious ego. So he's going to come out there and just start throwing it all over the place. I'm telling y'all, this really has a way of getting really out of hand pretty quickly, because I don't think the offense for the 49ers can keep up in this game. I don't think they're going to score a lot of points, and I know it's kind of setting up to be a very defensive game from the looks of it, but I don't think it's going to be from the Giants side. I think the Giants are going to score points in this game because of the health problems, and I think it's going to really catch up finally to the 49ers, and they're going to be out of it this week.
I like the points you just made right there. It kind of made me have to reconsider my, not fully, but it made me reconsider, my actual pick on this one here, because it's a fact. I mean, right now, 49ers looked horrible last week, and they lost.
The spread's only 2.5.
You know what I mean? And they looked like they had a lot of players go down last week. I'm not sure if they're down for the whole, for this week or not, but injuries are injuries at the end of the day. I'm at the same time though, he's only averaging 59% completion percentage. I mean, I don't, my confidence is not there that he can lead his team to victory like that. I've seen him do it versus the Eagles. Don't get me wrong, but it's just I need more. With him and Scatterboo, I'd have probably been all in because of the energy they bring for their team. But just him alone, and then the fact that he really don't have his receiving core there, and you don't have your other battery pack with you, it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult. Man, it's a tough game for me to pick. Man.
Is Kittle 100%, or is he more like 80?
I think now he's 100%.
He's 100 now.
Okay. I think this week he's 100. Last week he's probably at like 85.
Okay.
Yeah, even then, man, they had that Juan.
I just don't know if they can score the points on this team, man.
And that's a tough one right there to say. Man, I'm gonna go 49ers. Not that I want it. Not that I'm sure about that one. I'm kind of soft on that one. I'll be real with you. But I'll go 49ers only out of the fact of, when it comes to young quarterbacks, I'm really not for a lot of young quarterbacks, except for, I would say, Bo Nix. He's probably the best young quarterback out there right now. Not to slide that there, but yeah, we'll go ahead. I'll go ahead. I'm gonna go with
the hell out of that. Yeah, he ain't talking about not to slide.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Plug, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with the 49ers on that one. Okay, man. Who you got, man? We got the Chargers and we got the Titans right now. Everybody knows the Titans are perennial, a dumpster fire right now. They're bottom basement feeders. I mean, what do you think, man, with this Chargers and Titans game? Just let's make this one quick, because I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say Chargers is either, Chargers either here or here, and but thankfully, even if they're here, they're playing a good team that's always here. So just hope Justin Herbert doesn't want to throw 300 yards passing, and then they'll probably win this game. Yeah, because he just want to bomb it, and I think that's when they start losing what they are. They're like a run, and then but he sometimes he throws too much, and I'll be like, oh man, the timing of everything's wrong. I got the Chargers no matter what. There's no way.
Herbert's got over 2,000 yards passing. He's
always trying to go over 300.
Doing his thing.
He's do too much.
Yeah, he absolutely do too much. VZ.
I was thinking the same thing that Pono was saying. That Herbert be trying to do too much. He tries to get a lot of numbers. He's gonna ignore that wide open tight end and hit that that hit that go out. Like he's trying to get it. And I get it. He has the arm. He can definitely make those throws. But in a game like this, especially because the Titans defense isn't bad. They just are on the field entirely too much. Like Jeffrey Simmons is all Pro Bowl type player. Like their team isn't bad, or the defense, I should say. But offensively, they just don't have it right now. Couple that with the Chargers can't run the ball right now, so they're going to be passing even more. It scares me a little bit. But at the end of the day, I'm probably still going to take the Chargers because I don't think the Titans can score enough. I think the Chargers might be surprising. Like the Chargers might win 18-6 or something like that. But the Chargers are going to win this game.
LT.
It's interesting because y'all are bringing up how he throws the ball deep, right? As far as Herbert a lot, whenever and the problem with when you're a quarterback and you have the arm strength that he does.
You want to show it.
As soon as you see that hand come across that receiver, you're gunning it. Okay, especially if that's your read before the tight end or before the crossing route, right, or before that drag coming across.
Ultimate faith in that throw.
Yep. So he's gonna make it, and the problem with most of the teams is they're baiting the quarterback to do that because they're taught that, right?
And if they know that he's a rookie, he's a gunner, they're gonna bait the hell out of him.
The Titans don't have that ability at corner or at safety. Okay, I'm just being honest when I say that. I don't see this being close. If he's throwing it deep, they're going to catch it. I don't think the Titans have that ability. Like if you're looking at the Denver Broncos, they're going to bait about 3 interceptions out of Herbert. I'm just saying it the way it is because of the way that they play, right? And he tries to make that throw no matter what. Because like I said, if you're a quarterback,
they have the talent to do so.
Correct. I mean, you have Surtain back there. I mean, come on, it's obvious, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you see that hand come across, and because they're running. As soon as you see that hand free, that's open in the NFL. So you're throwing it once you're at that professional level. He's going to make those throws. He's going to make the key throws in this game. I don't see them having any issue whatsoever. It's a 9.5-point spread for a reason. They're probably going to win this game by 2+ touchdowns.
I mean, I'll make it quick. Of course, I'm definitely going with the Chargers, but I do see that, Ward has actually his last 4 games, he's going for over 200+ yards. I mean, I feel like he's starting to get a little bit of a groove. This does not mean he's good. He's getting beat every single game. So he's obviously getting to throw the ball probably a lot more. I mean, I know his rookie season, as far as I'm concerned, has been going abysmal. It's been a bad rookie year for him. He has, his sacks are off the charts. He's taken a lot of sacks, even for a rookie quarterback. But I hopefully that next year they bring a little bit of a better team around him. He gets an opportunity to kind of grow within the system that he's in, or they bring a new coach in. I'm not, I don't know what they got going on over there, but I definitely look forward to seeing him next year when it comes down to it. But I'm going to go with I'm definitely going to go with the Chargers myself as well. So the next game, guys. When I'm personally thinking, I know we've all kind of had an opportunity to kind of watch our teams this year already a little bit. This right here is the Vikings and the Lions. Last year, I know one of our guys has picked up a quarterback from the Vikings from last year. I know that Sam Darnold's gone this year, and I think that's hurt the Vikings. Me personally, I think that's kind of hurt them a little bit, getting rid of Darnold. But you got the Vikings and the Lions. I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, LT, on this one right here. Who do you like with this game right here?
Well, it's who do you trust at quarterback in a game like this, right? And Jared Goff's playing at an MVP level, in my opinion. I know the yardage isn't there yet. It's going to be. They're starting to find their stride, and that's kind of what they did last year, right? They start really building as the season goes. That's what you want to see out of your team is progression. You're starting to see that out of the Lions. The Vikings, losing to Sam Darnold really, really hurt them because you lost that consistency. Right, he's so consistent in the way that he plays, especially during the regular season. I'm not even going to talk about the postseason yet, but during the season, he played unreal last year. You lost that whole ability this year because you went with a talent instead of the consistency, right? In your opinion, so the talent isn't living up to expectation. Is what's happening. Okay, for Minnesota. I mean, we've all sat here and said how great their defense is. Right, they have a great defensive line. Their defense is one of the best in the league, in my opinion. Still. Their offense is abysmal compared. Okay, they can't score enough points to hang with some of these teams. Their defense is playing well enough to win you games. If that's happening, there's a serious issue in that locker room on the offensive side, in my opinion. So I don't see this going well for them at all. They're playing at Detroit, which is also even worse. Detroit's going to win this game pretty soundly.
They going back to JJ. I mean, JJ is going to be their going to be their guy coming in this week, which I mean, I think we've all
Didn't even matter.
That's you know what I mean. All right, man.
Yeah, is JJ even fully healthy? I thought the reason why
I don't think he is, but they're forcing because
because Carson Wentz is out.
Wentz is done.
So they quarterbacks are basically gone right now. They plan on half a leg.
And now you have to be careful because he's your only shot.
Yeah, and you got Aiden Hutchinson in there.
Can't put him in harm's way. Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson, is he going to really he might kill that man. So it's just if this was another week without these injuries happening, I'd probably think the Vikings was going to win. The Lions team is going crazy just on offense. And
man, let me ask you, not to interrupt you. Let me ask you this quick question. You're probably one of the worst people to ask this question, only because this is your team. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to, but do you believe that Sam Darnold? Do you think that we should give him more credit because of what we're witnessing this year out of the quarterback talent that they've had with the same exact receiving core that what he did last year for them, or do you think that that was kind of a fluke situation? Do you think he should be giving him the credit he deserves for what he came in and did with this team last year?
He deserves credit, but he's playing with he was playing with Justin Jefferson. Like, you're gonna look like a great quarterback if you play with Justin Jefferson,
even if you're average.
Yeah, but these guys, Carson Wentz was looking a little good too with them too. But like the thing is, because he played with JSN, he also looks great with JSN. He's targeting one great receiver, and JJ McCarthy, he wasn't even doing that good with Justin Jefferson though. But yeah, JJ McCarthy was not the person to gamble for. They should not have put all the eggs in that basket right there. They got rid of every quarterback they had that was doing great to put in a player that wasn't contributing as much as they should have. They probably need to make a trade.
I wonder how that coach feels right now. You know what I mean? With just, with seeing what he has.
He's supposed to be the QB guy. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
He can get two quarterbacks and everything. I personally think that this is the game that's going to raise some red flags for JJ McCarthy. I don't think he was ever that dude. Like, I don't know why he was drafted as high as he was.
Yeah.
Stock into him. I'm not saying that he don't deserve to be in the NFL, but like to be like franchise guy, like, yeah, we're gonna bank on him. I don't see why that was ever thought. I mean, he never showed you anything like that in Michigan. And granted, they play at that, that pro offense where they're not asking him to do that much. But
2 games, his first 2 games of the season, he got 143, 158. You know what I mean? Passing yards. That's it.
Like, I don't think he's like, his arm talent ain't nothing special. He's not super athletic. Nobody has ever known him to be like, oh, he's like this cerebral, quick processing quarterback. He's just a pretty average dude. You know what I'm saying? He gets to the NFL, he's going to look even more average, if not less, less than average. I don't think. Now, granted, he's going to have high points because he's got a pretty decent receiving core. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're going to make him look better than he is. But to Man's point, I mean, Sam Darnold was better than both of the dudes that they have right now. He was just better than them. Now, granted, Sam Darnold ain't no world beater. He still looked good because he had, great talent around him at his skill positions. But I don't think McCarthy or Wentz is good as Sam Darnold. And McCarthy he's going to have I think this is going to be a game where Detroit and Hutchinson and all them boys start harassing him. He's probably going to get sacked a couple times. I think he's going to make some mistakes, maybe strip fumble, interception. I think he's going to have at least 2 turnovers in this game. Unless Justin Jefferson get hot because he got to throw it to him. So I'm like, if you sacking him,
yeah.
I know Aaron Jones is supposed to be back like fully healthy. He getting his second game back. I mean, that may help, but it ain't going to help too much if you down. You ain't going to be running the ball. So, I think the Lions is going to win this one pretty handily.
I'm definitely going with the Lions. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna send this back around to make sure that we get everybody's official pick this time around. Go ahead, man.
I'm going Lions, but I still think Justin Jefferson's gonna have a good game because he's quarterback proof.
LT.
Let's go Goff and the Lions.
Easy.
I got the Lions, and I think the key to unlocking their offense and taking it to the next level is getting Jameson Williams more consistently. If they can do that, Then that frees up St. Brown. That frees up their running game and the screen passes they like to run. Yeah, I think Jared Goff and the boys going to take off this game. I got the Lions.
I got the Lions as well. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We probably can make this quicker than regular, but it's the Patriots and the Falcons. Let's go ahead and start off with you, VZ. We're going to go ahead and kick it over to you first. What do you got?
Drake May has been playing great. He's been playing really good. I like Vrabel and the coaching staff, what they've done with essentially pretty much, close to the same roster as they had last year. Maybe not offensively because they drafted a running back and they brought in Stephon Diggs. But Drake May he's been playing as, a top level quarterback, at least in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? Like his numbers support that he's looking pretty good. The Falcons, man, I don't know. On paper, their defense, I didn't know their defense was that good before last game. When I was looking at the stats, I was like, man, they was like number 3 or 4 rated defense. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a pretty good defense, which was surprising why they lost that game the way that they did. This just seems like the Patriots. I feel like the Patriots are just a better coach team. They're going to get more consistent quarterback play. I think that they're going to win this game. Is Cousins starting or is Penix starting?
Penix is questionable right now. So
yeah,
you never know. I
don't know. For the life of me, I don't understand how you've had Kyle Pitts as your tight end for years and you just refuse to use dude. Like it makes zero sense to me. Like he is clearly
one of the most athletic,
and the dude is talented. He can block. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
He runs routes pretty good. Like they just refuse, no matter what quarterback they get in there, they just refuse to use him. I would be screaming to get out of there if I was him. But yeah, I don't think the Falcons have enough. The only way that the Falcons keep this close is Bijan got to go crazy. Bijan got to go crazy. Like now, if he, get one of them screen passes and take it 70 yards, or if he take a draw play and run it, 60 yards or something like that, he'll keep it. He'll keep them in it, and I think that'll probably get the defense going. But unless he has, he got to have 3 touchdowns plus for them to win this game.
LT.
Look, y'all know I don't like the Falcons. Okay, I don't even try to hide it. I don't like them. I like the city. All right, I love you, Atlanta. Just calm down. I hate the Falcons. How many Super Bowls y'all got? 0. All right, so here's the thing. I gotta let them know. All right? The Pats gonna win. All right, the Pats are gonna win this game, and I don't think it's gonna be super easy for them to win. I'm not saying that. What I will say is this: Falcons have lost 30-0 to the who was it? The Panthers,
Carolina,
and then they just got mollywopped last week too. So
Miami.
Yeah, so that's dumpster fires that they lose to. Okay, the Patriots are not a dumpster fire this season. They have a good quarterback at the helm. I'm a big May fan, and then they have a pretty damn solid defense too, if we're being honest, right? As far as the Pats, I like them in this game. The Falcons, how they can make this interesting. Here's my hot take. Okay, how they can make this interesting if Kirk Cousins plays.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say that because I think that opens up the defense a lot more. And if that dude is playing with his back against the wall, you saw it for seasons already in his career. He has highlight reel games. So, and he's done it against the Cowboys. I watched on what was it, Thanksgiving Day a couple of years back that he went off. So he has that ability, and that opens up the playbook, I feel like, a lot more with a player like him in there. And that will get your run game going because that's going to take the defensive line back because he's going to take chances that the other quarterback is not going to take. So I do think that's going to change things. If he plays, I'm almost inclined to take the Falcons in that regard because I do think he has the capability of really coming out and playing at an all-star type caliber or an all-pro type caliber. He just has that ability that the other QB doesn't. So I think if he plays Falcons, if he doesn't, Pates.
Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say Michael Penix Jr. is not looking like a good quarterback. Really, he looks like a backup quarterback, if not out the league. He's looking really bad. You look at this team and the Falcons defense, they do have a good defense. They have good coverage players and they have a bunch of middle of the pack, like defensive linemen and linebackers, like, nothing really spectacular on their defense though. But that AJ Terrell is a monster and, Jesse Bates
is a beast.
Yeah. Jesse Bates is a monster. So it's like, they have that coverage to go against the Patriots. So it's like, okay, that might be able to get them in this game. if they can cover correctly, get all these things going on. But Drake May's been balling so heavy. What is he, top 5 in passing yards right now? Maybe top 3.
Yep.
He's killing them. I think this is gonna be another one of those games because the Falcons, when they went against the Dolphins last week, that's a good pass. Like, I don't think
touchdowns right now.
Yeah, I think the Patriots is gonna go against the Falcons and do something similar too.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with the Patriots right now. I think the Falcons aren't playing very good at all. Stephon Diggs is questionable. They said, but what I'm seeing from Drake, man, his receivers is that he has Stephon Diggs has like 42 catches or something like that, and he has like 48 targets. That's huge. I mean, you don't see that a lot. He had another guy who has like 21 targets and 18 catches. I mean, you're throwing a catchable ball. You're throwing them in a good position, obviously, to catch the ball, and they're making it happen. Drake May right now may end up being, we might have to end up next year or two top 5 him if he keeps on playing at the level that he's playing
like
at.
This.
Yeah, he's going to throw for right now. He's on pace to go for over 4,000 yards passing. So, and 30 touchdowns. So, I mean, for a year or two for any quarterback, man, especially on a team like I wouldn't consider the Patriots, this strong of a team this soon.
This early.
Exactly. But so let's go ahead and go around the horn right here. VZ, who you taking for sure?
I'm taking the Patriots, man.
LT.
Patriots if Cousins doesn't play.
Man.
I got the Patriots if Cousins do play because Christian Gonzalez is a monster too.
I agree.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take the Patriots, man, too, as well, man. Let's spin to the next game. We're gonna start with you, LT, because this is a one that's kind of down your alley a little bit right here. The Colts and the Steelers.
Oh, this is easy. All right, so Colts have both MVP prospects, in my opinion, at this point in the season.
Yeah.
You got the beast mode running back and Taylor, and then you got Jones having a just stellar banner year for himself. I really like the way this team is gelling together. They're not really winning. They don't even need to win close. The one game they won close was against the best team they played all year, as far as the Broncos, and we got into that earlier. They're beating the teams they're supposed to beat by 3 touchdowns or more. So they're really playing at a high level of football this season. Okay, offensively, defensively, special teams, they're clicking on every single cylinder. They're going into a team this week, though, that has to win, in my opinion. You're going to a Steeler program that has to win this game. Aaron Rodgers is there. You have Mike Tomlin. I've said this before. You have Hall of Famers all over the place on that team right now. So, in my opinion, they have the ability to really come out and win this game. I'm going with the Steelers at home in this game. Something about them this week just screams win, and Colts are not going to win every game. They're just not going to. Right?
Yeah,
it's very hard to do that. They're going to lose a couple here and there. I think this is one of those to where it's at that competition level, and Man said this before the show, that competition matters, right? That level of competition. This is a very higher level of competition than they've played the last couple weeks. And they're playing away from home. They're playing a Steeler team that has to win with their back against the wall. That's dangerous to me. When you play Aaron Rodgers with his back against the wall, I'm going with Pitt.
VZ.
The Steelers allow the 30th most yards of the game, 386 yards a game. The Colts allow 345. Their offense is pretty much solidified. You know what they're going to do. I think that I don't want to sound like the hater. I don't want to predict it, but I think that I don't think he's going to fall to earth, but this is going to be a mortal game for Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to depend on Jonathan Taylor a lot. I think that I trust the coaching of the Steelers, you know what I'm saying? And making adjustments and stuff like that. I also trust the quarterback more, just because I know if something changes, he can make those adjustments. He has experience doing that. He's a Super Bowl champion, and his back is against the wall. Something is to be said about that. When people, especially people with an ego as big as his, as talented as he is, he's gonna want to show you something. He's gonna want to, he gonna want to talk his talk after that game to say, yeah, y'all thought we was dead. Look who we just beat. You know what I mean? I think that you can get. This is gonna be a semi-vintage Aaron Rodgers performance. You know what I'm saying? I think you're going to get the best game that you can out of him, especially seeing how everybody's pretty much going to write the Steelers off, you know what I'm saying, in this game. I think you're probably going to end up having a big game for DK. Either him, to be honest, I think it's gonna be Calvin Austin. I think Calvin Austin is gonna catch one of them deep bombs. He's gonna end up getting behind the defense, but I think the Steelers are gonna come out swinging in this game, and it's gonna be people are gonna be talking about them being the best team in their division if they can get this win.
Man.
Yeah, man. I think the Steelers, now that the Ravens are gonna start picking up and getting their wins back, I think the Steelers keep that foot on the neck, and they got to keep on getting these wins in. And this is one of those teams where it's going to be hard to get that win in. But I think with the Steelers, their defense is so potential-wise so cutthroat that like if they just play how they're supposed to play, they just picked up a safety. I think it was Duggar.
Kyle Duggar.
Yeah, and Kyle Duggar's nice with it. Because their DBs have been looking a little faulty.
He fits perfectly into their culture.
Yes.
Perfect.
They've been looking like some hitters. They've been looking like some mean, but their coverage has been so faulty. It might be tough for them. And the amount of times I've been hearing this Indiana Jones thing, man, they love it. And I don't know how when he was with the Giants, they call him Vanilla Vic. Now they calling him Indiana Jones. He got charisma everywhere he goes somehow, but no personality. So
and he don't say nothing, which is crazy.
He don't say anything.
He really never talks.
He get a nickname everywhere he go, and they love him everywhere he go. Get paid everywhere he go, but he might end up doing his thing, and but Jonathan Taylor, that offense is going crazy. The offensive line looking beautiful.
Crazy.
They've always had a good offensive line and running game.
Yep.
It's just they didn't have no quarterback or skill makers to really. Well, they had skill players, but no quarterback to kind of glue it all together.
Yeah, that's just the only thing they was missing. So Indiana Jones, he's in there right now, and he's looking like a monster. I think the Colts, they look like a great team. These next couple of weeks is going to really show everyone that they're not that good of a team. It just shows the potential of what the Colts are. But I think the Steelers are going to win, but the Colts, it's not a bad look if they lose. They're in a division where they can lose as well.
I mean, one thing I'm going to say about the Colts, I like the Colts. I think Daniel, he's playing great. You know what I mean? You got to look at it. He's 257 yards a game, 13 touchdowns, three interceptions. He's 71% completion percentage. But it's the running back. It's Taylor, man, who I'm really looking at. He's averaging almost 6 yards a carry, man. This dude already has 12 touchdowns already. He has 850 yards. And one thing that I can say about that, though, is they're relying so heavily on him. Their next, highest person with the most carries, I mean, of course, it's Daniel Jones, the quarterback. But he has 30. But the next running back only has 18 carries, man. So if anything happens, it's a problem right now. You know what I mean? That's a heavily reliant run game on one person. So if anything happens, they're going to have problems. This team is really teetering on the brink of, a lot of teams are, but not like this though. This is I've never seen that, where they're really believing in one running back so heavily. But that being said, I don't see right now Aaron Rodgers and them they're floundering over there. It's not looking good, at all. And so, I mean, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's barely averaging over 200 yards a game passing, which is just, that to me, that's not really Aaron Rodgers.
Not to cut you off. What do you think if they trade for Chris Olave?
You talking about who?
The dude from the Saints.
You talking about the Steelers? I mean,
you talking about Butterfingers?
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead. I'm gonna let you guys answer that.
You don't think that'll open up their offense a little bit
for the Steelers?
Yeah.
I mean, they need somebody else besides Metcalf.
Like monsters.
They need somebody else the other side to draw some attention.
Because it's because right now they're getting caught up. They lost their last 2 games, man. But of course, I mean, one of them was a sorry team. I don't care. Cincinnati's sorry. But but to me, like I say, the Packers are a serious team. But let me go ahead and spin the block with y'all before we get too deep into it. But I definitely think that he needs another receiver. They don't have a running game. So what does it really matter? You don't have a running game. You're not really throwing the ball that great. Your defense isn't playing that great. They may end up not even make the playoffs. Keep it real. They keep on going down this route. You lost 2 games straight right now. And that's not really, I
think because that division is what it is, they'll make the playoffs. They probably be wild card and out, you know what I'm saying, or one round and out, but they'll make the playoffs just because the Bengals you don't know what you're gonna get from them week to week. Then we won't know what's gonna happen when Joe comes back. The Browns ain't really doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't. I don't think they're gonna end. I mean, the Ravens have dug themselves a hole, So
they
gonna
can
have
time out that mug. They're 4. They're 4. I mean, they're 3. Were they 3 and 4? 4 and 3 right now. I think the Steelers are. I mean, what is
they're,
it? The Ravens?
they're 2 and 5.
2 and 5.
I mean, they're only 2 games back from you. That's one.
I mean,
that's
but a loss for me is not as detrimental as it is as a loss for you.
Yeah.
So if you lose, you can't afford that. I can maybe give you one and still get in at a wild card, especially with them expanding the season.
Is that the Ravens who has that schedule that's looking really soft coming up? Was that
they got a super soft schedule?
Yeah, they have a super soft.
I mean, all their teams are basically underneath, so they can
This is a must win for the Steelers. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's a must win game.
I think that if you put Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers in a situation where they must win, I trust them to get that done more times than not.
They should have must win against the Cincinnati Bengals, man.
That wasn't must win because they hadn't lost yet. You lose games like that, now people start being like, "Hey, look, man, we didn't got you here. Hey, Tomlin, you don't ever had no losing season, and you got a leader-ass quarterback like you had with Big Ben, and you got Aaron Rodgers, and the team's flowing, and we got you deep. What's going on? You start pushing a little bit.
It's making me kind of nervous about where Aaron Rodgers is right now. Like I talked about Russ last year, even though they kind of squeaked out to make, I think they won 13 games last year, which was good. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers needs in his defense and these guys, and I like Rodgers, but I don't know if he has that. He's kind of getting to the point where LeBron's at. You can't win a game for your team anymore. You don't have that. You know what I mean?
I think that he'll have spurts of that. Like if you can keep it close enough, and then it's like, okay, we need these 2 fourth-quarter drives. I think you can get vintage Aaron Rodgers.
He did it versus the Cincinnati Bengals. He did it versus the Bengals. They kind of had a shootout there for a minute.
That's what I'm saying. That wasn't his fault. He had bullshit happen in that game. They should have won that game. Absolutely. I mean, even the pick he threw, it really wasn't his fault. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of stuff that kind of just went weird in that game. But Joe Flacco was keeping up, and that's why they ended up winning. But I think you can he's not going to give you that consistently, which, to be honest, I'm not asking you to do that consistently because I know you're not the same dude that you was when you was, winning MVPs. You're a little bit older. You're probably a little bit slower. You're a lot more cerebral now. It ain't like he a statue. He can still move a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like he can still kind of get out and make the throw. I still trust his arm over a lot of people in the NFL right now, and that's at a diminished state. You know what I'm saying?
You got Weezy.
I got the Steelers.
Okay, LT.
Yeah, I got the Steelers, man. I really do think. Look, I'm not saying Jones number bad. I think that's still one of the best teams in the league, in my opinion.
No. Let's keep it. You said that you thought that this was maybe I shouldn't be putting this out there, but you said you thought the Colts were the best team in the NFL.
They are.
And now you're going to tell me right now,
they're the best team in the league.
In front of everybody, that the Steelers are going to beat them.
When you put those Hall of Fame players and Hall of Fame coach back against the wall situation, they're going to come out different. It's just like I'm talking about Cousins, right? He has to come out and play if he plays, right? Because he's playing for a job at that point.
I don't think you believe that the Colts are the best team in the league. Did I
do.
way you can tell me. So let me ask you this question, just really quickly. So you would tell me, say let's look at the Kansas City Chiefs in their heyday, when everyone knew they were the best team. Not last year.
Did they win every game?
No. I'm not saying they win every game, but when I'm talking about in their when we knew they were who they said they were, all around the table, you would have picked them over. You would have picked any team over them at any point in time. More like, you know what I mean? Like, would you have picked the same kind of
at a situation like this? Yeah, 100%.
All right, okay, I'll give you that one then. Okay, man.
I do agree with LT though. I do agree with LT though, because if I were to be the Colts, losing this game would be good to keep the Ravens. They're in the same conference, so it's like, okay, yeah. If the Ravens if we don't see the Ravens in the playoffs, this is actually a good.
I'm telling you, there's other stuff too. Yeah.
Anytime you can help a team that's better stay lower, that could be a good point.
So are we talking about the Colts? We're talking about the Colts, right? We're not talking about some good team that can afford to lose their mojo or lose the momentum right now and then may not fall back into what they don't know who they are. They believe they know who they are, but they have not proven anything. They've only won 7 games this year. If you mess around, you think you can just drop games like you're Patrick Mahomes.
This is going to be a shootout. This isn't going to be a drop game. This is going to be a shootout.
This isn't a game that's going to weigh as much in the end if they lose. You're gonna look back and be like,
get
okay,
it.
they lost to the Steelers, but it's not gonna really matter. If they win, it's cool, but if they lose, it's not gonna be detrimental to their
I
progress.
still think they're going to win their
I believe it.
division.
No,
they're
bro,
going to have
yeah.
a
The Colts.
yeah.
The Colts can probably lose every game right now and be second in their division.
Yeah.
They
Don't-
division is trash.
Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about just for the psyche of the team factor.
Sure.
Right now, everyone's thinking about themselves on a different level. You bring them back down to earth, you don't know what you're going to get. When you shake up something like that, you don't know what you're going to get out of these cats. Right now, you want them feeling like they're invincible. It's like being in the military. I've never been, but I hear they try to make you feel like you're invincible when you go to
Which
the
they
military.
are,
You
though.
can
I mean,
run through
the X factor is going to be Warren in this game. If you want to be, I'll pick somebody right now that's going to be the X factor. If somebody goes off like Warren and he gets over 70, 80 yards, I think they could win the game very clearly because you combine that with Taylor getting the ball, all that kind of. Look, this game could go a lot of different ways. Trust me, I get that. But the Steelers playing at home with their back against the wall like they are, I feel like they have to win this game. So you're just going to see a different mindset.
Blasphemy. You know what I mean? If I tell you somebody, I think someone's the best team in the league, I'm sticking with them.
I get you. No, I get that completely.
This isn't like other seasons, though, to where the best team in the league was so far and ahead of everybody. Like you're bringing up the Chiefs, right?
Go ahead, though.
But you're bringing up the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs were far and ahead of everybody in the league.
And they had Mahomes.
It's not like that this season. You can't. We could sit here. I guarantee you, all four of us would have different teams as the top spot. It's just that's the type of season this is so far, right?
No,
I mean,
it's just us.
I think honestly, it's a hard thing to say that the Colts are not the best team in the league. You know what I mean? It's a hard argument to make that they're not because of how they're playing. And you look across the board, it's like you can't see too many weaknesses in that team.
And I still think they bounce back from this too, very easily.
I'm gonna say this is me personally. I'm going with the Colts. I don't see the the Steelers right now are not looking good. They're just.
Did you pick the Colts, man?
I got the Steelers.
Everybody here got the Steelers. I'm the only one going with the Colts. So we're gonna know this week. What's going on. I'm gonna go with the Colts because I feel like I like their team. The way that running back is a dog. Period. Plain and simple. Daniel Jones is spreading the ball out amongst his receivers. He has, it's not like he's like heavy in one direction. He has a couple players with good yardage. If you look at them, I like that about their team. I'm definitely going to go with them. I don't, me personally, I don't see them losing to the Steelers. I think the Steelers man, might get overrun by the Ravens, honestly, for them
going downward.
Yeah, man, you lose the 2 games in a row. I mean, it's not like your quarterback's old, man. He's not like a young buck. It ain't like he can just keep on bouncing back, and he cannot carry that team. You have no running game. You're averaging barely 200 yards a game passing. Where is it going to come from? He got 16 touchdowns. Don't get me wrong. He's throwing touchdowns, but you're giving up points. Your defense is not good right now. Yeah, and we just saw Taylor what he did last week. I think he broke like 2 50, 60-yard touchdowns with every
three touchdowns.
He was killing them. So me personally, I just don't see them. I don't see them losing to the Steelers. But let's go ahead and move on to the next game. We got the big dogs of the NFL. You know what I mean? The Denver Broncos versus the Titans. And we're going to go ahead and go with you, man. Let you go ahead and speak on the this year's future champs right now. Let you go ahead and speak on them first.
These teams have a great defense. Both great defenses. I really like the Texans defense. They edge rushers. Daniil Hunter is looking like a monster right now. Every single game he has a highlight just of beating somebody. His pressure's been up. Their corners. Anytime you got pressures and corners, it's just like, oh man, this team is a monster team, and they're going against a team with a less good offense, so it's going to be hard for Bo. It's really a big game for Bo Nix because he's going to have to see what he can do against a team with good pass rushers and good coverage players.
Hey, where Surtain might be out. He's doubtful for the game right now.
Doubtful?
Yeah, and they
still got that other dude. They still got that other dude. He's good corner too.
Riley?
Yeah.
They were trying to abuse him last week. Kind of made me mad, but I'm gonna be honest. Not too many teams got players like two wide receivers like the Dallas Cowboys got. There's not too many teams that got number ones on the same team.
They only scored 25
for sure.
Yeah.
The Broncos still got DBs other than Surtain. It's just Surtain's like he can stop. Yeah, he can just stop everything. But the other ones is they were going crazy too, probably feeding off him as well. But they're linebackers. The Broncos defense, they for sure like D line linebackers, safeties, corners have been insane. Like Surtain, they definitely feed off of his ability to cancel things out, but them boys go crazy every single game. I think they definitely hide a lot of things about problems that their offense has because their offense really don't have any talent. Dobbins is a regular running back. You know, it's just like a running back.
Talking about the same team right now? What are we talking about?
Dobbins is like a regular running back that if you have a great defense, you need Dobbins on as your running back because then he could just get a first down. That he could get a first down. He's not gonna break away with anything. Bo Nix, he's not gonna get you everything you need to win a game. He's not an X factor either. The receivers, and none at all. So that offense is very faulty against a good Texans team. It's just that Broncos defense is so crazy.
This is crazy talk, man.
CJ Stroud could definitely throw away a game. So
For sure.
I do think this game is going to be either low scoring or just very close. But I will still go with the Broncos because they need to. They're looking like monsters right now. But I think it's gonna be.
Easy. This is crazy, man. This is just.
The only thing that scares me about this game, I think that CJ Stroud is going to have hell with the Broncos defense. I think that's going to be the case. But I also think that the Texas defense is ain't no slouches. I hope this isn't kind of like what Man said, like a messy, low scoring game. I think if it gets messy and low scoring, that favors the Texans a little bit. But I mean, CJ Stroud scares me because you don't know what you're gonna get. Like sometimes he'll look great. He had a whole bunch of rookies and second and third stringers, and he looked great last game. Then you get his starters in there, and he don't do nothing with them. I don't know if Nico Collins is gonna play. The Texans really can't run the ball. I trust the Broncos offense a little bit overall in this one, especially because Bo Nix can kind of run. He can do stuff with his legs. I'm gonna take the Broncos in this one, but I think it's gonna be closer than we anticipate.
LT.
Okay, so Houston is a 1.5 point favorite. Okay, don't understand that at all in this situation. I'm going to be real with you. I don't get that.
It's because of the defensive ranking.
I get that, but at the same time, you basically played a preseason game last week. So what are we even talking about?
Yeah, you're right.
So I mean, at the same time, you're looking at the Broncos. I trust Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying? I love that guy, right? It's ain't ride or die. Let's go. Who that? Or we talking Bo Nix. Let's talk Bo, right? You want to talk Bo? Let's talk Bo. 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Okay, 5 INTs on a team with Sean Payton at the helm as far as the coach. That normally you'll see more than that because you're taking chances. You're taking more of those opportunities, right? He's taking care of the football. He's going through his progressions. He's really progressing really nicely, a lot faster than I thought he would. And I think he's really coming into the role. I do not trust the Texans at all. Okay, you don't know what you're going to get from their quarterback week to week. I feel like it's a crapshoot with that team as far as who's going to show up. I get the fact that they're playing at home. That's fantastic. I still think they suck. I really honestly think that the Broncos are going to blow them out this week. I don't think it's going to be close. I think last week gave them false sense of hope in Houston, and Denver's going to come in and really just break the doors off of them.
We got one guy here who's actually making a little bit of sense. You know what I mean? Somebody who's actually seeing.
I said the Broncos
for the
trees. Texans beat the Ravens 44-10.
Well, they didn't have nobody.
You didn't got nobody.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You didn't have anybody on your team. Lamar Jackson.
They've won games.
Look at how much they beat them by. But look at how much they beat them by. They beat who they're supposed to beat.
I'm just saying. Me personally, don't get me wrong. CJ Stroud went for over 300 last week. You know what I mean? So he's maybe starting to find that little bit of what he maybe lost. Possibly they have no running game. So I'm not even worried about you running the football too much on me at all. Period, plain and simple. So I'm going to tee off on all of your pass. I think Nico is out of the game. I think it is at least questionable right now. So that means you're slightly hurt. Yes, of course, we got our number one cornerback out too as well. I mean, he's not going to play. They say his pectorals is a pretty bad injury. Not going to put him on IR, but he's probably not going to play this game.
He doesn't need to play.
I don't think so either, man. Because what I witnessed from my Broncos is that we can put points on the board quickly and we can defend leads at the same time too. I don't see CJ Stroud being able to be in a shootout. He's a good quarterback. He's quality, but for some reason he doesn't have the confidence that he had his first 2 seasons.
I was gonna say not that since that first year.
He hasn't been the same player to me. So
that's the only reason that we sit here and say that he's a good quarterback is because of that first year. You guys saw the ceiling, I feel like, and now you're starting to see that fall back.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna send this one. And we're gonna spin the block on this one. BZ, who you got?
I got the Broncos winning this one.
LT.
Broncos.
Man.
The Texans have not lost one game by less than one possession. All their games is close. You guys is tripping on the Texans right now.
The first time for everything.
It's going to be a close game. The Broncos have not. They lost. I mean, they beat the Jets 13-11. This is not a phenomenal offense.
You're talking about a game that was where was it? London, where they always score 12 points or fewer. Everybody.
13-11 against the Jets. Like, what are we talking about? This is actually a terrible team. The Broncos offense is not
terrible team.
Broncos offense is not that. This is so crazy to me. But
I'm not going to disagree with you and act like we have like a high-powered offense. We don't. We don't have high-powered receivers. We don't. Our running game isn't high-powered, but we're stable on all sides. We have a great possession receiver. We have a decent run game, and we got a good quarterback, solid. We can move the ball. I'd be afraid if I didn't see us put up 30 and a quarter. I might be a little concerned. I would say we couldn't be involved in any shootouts because we'd be done. But our defense is good enough to where, I'm not concerned too much about CJ Stroud and these guys getting us into a shootout. I don't see that happening with them.
I will say that with the team that y'all have constructed, with the offense that y'all have constructed now, you're not a fraction as good if you don't have Sean Payton as your coach. I think that means the world. That means the world to your offense. Everybody's overperforming.
2.0. This is the Saints.
No, it's not. Oh my god.
No. I'm talking about from a quarterback standpoint. He still has to get the receivers. He doesn't have the receivers yet.
You can't say that.
No. I'm not talking about no.
You found somebody to build around though.
You did find your guy to be true.
And we don't need those receivers because we got a defense that they never had down there that I can say they've ever had a good defense as us. He doesn't need to have shootouts with anybody at this point in time.
Sean Payton you still want them receivers.
I mean, I think eventually he'll get them, but we got a good enough right now. We're decent enough to where the kid we got right now, they're not putting pressure on him to throw me the ball. No one's getting on his nerves right now. He's not having to hear too much yapping in his ear from having a real like a CD Lamb, not knocking CD. I like CD, or like a Pickens, or like a top number one receiver.
Yeah, I won't even loud.
I won't even name JSN. I won't even name him because I don't think that he chirps as much in it. He's so young. He's not ready to chirp yet. Give him a year or two and start feeding his head up full of who he really is. He'll become a chirper. But right now he's probably like, I'm getting the ball anyway. He's throwing me the ball anyways. I don't have to say nothing. You know what I mean? To get it. But I think right now he's getting a chance to mature and they're believing in him. Bo Nix, man, his team believes that he can lead them out of anything right now. From coming back from basically scoring 30 in one quarter, they believe. Now I believe we can do anything right about now, damn near. But okay, let's move on to the next game. We can run through this one pretty quick. It's the Bears and the Bengals. I'm gonna throw this one to you, VZ, real fast, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think the Bengals gonna put up a whole bunch of points in this game, but unfortunately, that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna win because their defense is trash. I think that this will be a game where I could see Flacco and Caleb Williams throwing for damn near 350, 400 apiece in this game. I don't think it's going to be a lot of defense. Even though the Bears defense is pretty decent, I just think that overpowered. If Flacco going to throw the ball 40, 50 times, you got Chase. I mean, you say he's questionable, but he's probably going to play. And I mean, with Chase and Higgins, even if the defense is good, they're going to win more times than not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't going to be able to keep up with both of them all game, especially with Flacco throwing the ball as much as they throw them.
Chase got 70 receptions right now, bro.
Crazy.
70.
He targeted him like almost 19 times in one game. Like that's
23 times that first.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. So he gonna get the volume.
70 catches right now. 70, bro.
Volume. He gonna get the volume. What I'm interested to see, to be honest with you, the Bengals running game has had a little bit of a resurgence the past, like 2 weeks. P. Ryan and what's the other dude? The
Brown?
Chris Brown. Yeah, is it
Chase,
Chris?
I think it's maybe Chase
Brown.
Chase Brown. Yeah, Chase Brown. Chase Brown and P. Ryan. They looking like a decent little 1-2 punch down. It's like, where was this the whole season? You know what I'm saying? P. Ryan is a nice, power goal line back. Chase Brown is real creative out of the backfield. Did you see the flea flicker that he took back? That was genius because he knew you pitched at the Flacco, he getting killed. So he took it and he ran for a first down. Like that's the type of stuff that you need, you know what I'm saying, in the running game to complement the Maseratis you got there on, on the wings. So I think that this is going to be a high scoring game. I think that this will be a game where you look at both quarterbacks. Joe Flacco still got it. Caleb Williams is on the verge type thing because they're both going to put up numbers. But I think the Bengals win.
LT.
I don't trust Caleb Williams at all in any way, shape, or form at this point.
Even against the Bengals defense?
I don't. I really don't. And I know the Bengals defense is sorry. I just don't trust him, man. I really don't. And honestly, their run game is a little softer than I thought it would be this season too. I look, Swift is good. I understand that, but I was expecting a little bit more from them, especially their line. They're real soft with the way that they've been playing. I'm not really impressed by any way, shape, or form. Offense, defense, special teams, whatever, you name it on the Bears. Bengals, obviously, they're a trash can. I understand that on defense, but they're going to cause a Caleb Williams turnover somewhere to where it's going to matter at the end of the game.
That's more Caleb, though, not the defense.
100%. And I think, and that's what I'm attuning this game to. And I think Flacco is going to be the difference too. On the other side, he came in and kind of gave this team a spark on offense, and they're finally scoring those points that you're used to them putting up, right? Because you actually have somebody that can get the ball to the receivers like it was whenever Burrow's there. So, Bengals win this. I don't trust the Bears at all.
Man.
I think the Bears are being disrespected right now. Their team is a very complete team. Very complete team. Their defense, their linebacker, Edmonds, he's one of the best linebackers in the league. Their corners, what's it, Jalen Johnson, and then the other dude, I forgot his name right now, but their safeties are nice. They have a very complete team. Receivers, tight ends. They picked up some players on the O-line, like Caleb Williams. He's not doing bad. Their only losses are to the Lions, Vikings, and Ravens. Like these are
no. Let's not use the Ravens. The Ravens last week with Tyler Huntley. That's who they had last week. They didn't have Lamar. They had Tyler Huntley.
Ravens still
got destroyed.
Not a horrible team.
But they had a chance to win. Not to go ahead, man. You finish.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like the Bengals. If we go compare them to the Bengals have lost to actually bad teams. Like the Bengals are not.
And they're a bad team, though. Honestly, the Bears are actually good, man. From what you brought to the table, we talked about this last week, that they actually have a good team. But for some reason, something's wrong with Caleb Williams, man. Something's up with that dude. He threw it. Go ahead. I'm going to let you finish what I'm going to say next.
Man, the Bengals are not. They just lost to the Jets, the team that you guys hate and think is the worst. So you lose to the Jets, and then now you're better than the Bears. I just don't see how that even correlates.
How many points did they put up?
Put up 38 points.
You think they can do that against the Bears?
Yes.
They're not doing that against the Bears. The Bears have a better defense. The Bears' defense has been nice.
But how many points are the Bears?
They also, well, not even that. The Bears also have a quarterback that's prone to turning the ball over.
He do, but
man, it's going to be a key turnover, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They had an opportunity. Go ahead.
10-5 with touchdowns, interceptions. He's right.
He's 9-4. He's 9-4.
9-4. Yeah, he throws interceptions, but he's not throwing the games away. He gets like one interception.
He threw the game last week, man. They had an opportunity to come back. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like the reason why I even feel the way I feel about that team right now, because when you first told us at the beginning of the season, I said, "Oh, they're gonna be crap." I never believed it, but then they started winning, and I was like,
"They're way better than I thought."
Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, man, you knew it. You had a really good pick right there. That was like a dark horse pick right there, and they actually are doing it." Last week, man, he threw an interception damn near in his end zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And threw away the game. They could have come back and won that game. They had an opportunity to win the game. He made the dumbest pass. I mean, it was the dumbest pass to make. It wasn't even like you saw it. I mean, I'm like, it killed me. I bet on him too. I was hot. You know what I mean? He lost my trust right there. That was it. You know what I mean? When I bet on you and you do something like that, man, you know, it's a wrap, bro. I can't
still
trust
hate
you
the
no
Vikings.
more.
He tried
Well,
to do a lot.
to this day,
He
to this
tries
day.
to do a lot.
To this day.
To this
You know
day.
what I'm saying?
He tries to do a lot, but that nigga right there has a
He's
team.
good.
He has
No,
a
no,
team, and then all he has to do is just fucking work around this
play
team.
his role, man, but he don't.
But the
He's
Bengals don't have a team. They don't.
But they playing free.
They got
They're playing
Jamar
free.
Chase. They got
You know what I
Jamar
mean?
Chase and a quarterback who's going to target him 20 times a
I'm
game.
going points. I'm going
Give
points.
me
in this
that.
game.
Yeah.
You know
Give
what I
me
mean?
that. I'll
Man,
take it.
Jalen Johnson, that's a man-to-man corner. That's an in your chest corner.
That's Jamar Chase.
You don't want to do that all
Hey,
game.
you
don't
know
wanna do
who's
that
not
all game.
playing
Yes,
free?
you do.
You know who's not playing free, but he kind of is. Caleb Williams. He's kind of playing free. That interception showed us that.
that's why,
But they actually have a winning record. So in his mind, people are talking to him like, you guys can win. So now it's almost making him feel like he's, oh, you're a winner. You know who doesn't care? Flacco. He's like,
he's playing with house money.
He's
He's playing with house money.
I mean, just get out here, just throw the ball.
Man,
That's what
He
he don't care.
ain't even calling plays in the huddle. He
Hey,
like
he's stat
get
padding,
open.
baby.
I
He's
ain't
stat
never
padding
seen.
right now.
I've never seen the Bengals get so much hype in my life. This is literally
They not getting hyped. They
the Bears
team
might
is
score
40.
every single possession. The Bears might score every single possession.
The Bengals
Hey.
might score every single
Let's
possession.
spin the block.
Bengals-
Let's spin the block with this.
The
one. Let's
Bengals
see
is-
what
oh
we got
my
going on.
goodness.
Man, who you got?
Man, I got the Bears. What are we talking about? This is crazy.
LT.
Yeah, I have no idea what man's drinking over there, but we going with we
His
going with
enemy. I'm drinking his enemy over there. That's his enemy over there.
Okay.
You say you go with the Bengals?
Yes, sir.
Easy.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals too, but the Bears are where I thought they're a year ahead of where I thought they'd be.
Oh, me too.
I figured that this would be the kind of Caleb we would get the next year in Ben Johnson's system, but I'm still going with the Bengals.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. I like the Bears. I think they have a decent team. I like the Bengals receivers better. I like Flacco, honestly. You know what I mean? For him being for where he's at in his career, I like what he's got going on. It's hard for me to it's hard to pick the Bears, honestly, only because of what they allowed the Ravens to do to them last week. And the Ravens don't have a great defense at all. You know what I mean? You let these people stay in the game and beat you.
With a backup quarterback.
Yeah. But I mean, all in all, Flacco doesn't play. I mean, he's questionable right now. That means he's banged up. Maybe that just means they don't want him to practice or whatever case. I don't know. But I'm gonna go with the Bears, man. I'm gonna go with the Bears. I mean, that's just because I believe I think the Bears are actually good. Dude could have won that game last week. He should have. And he's a young dude. Maybe this is what it is, but I think that he's gonna get a lot more flack for how he is at quarterback versus versus a lot of other people because he was the number one pick and he came in asking for part of the team and all kind of crazy stuff. So he gets that flack and deservedly so. But I do think the Bears are a lot better than what I gave them credit for. So I'm gonna go with the Bears on this one right here. We got the Panthers and we got the Packers. Where we gonna start? Let's go ahead and start with let's start with you, VZ.
Panthers and the Packers. I ain't even gonna look at the notes on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Packers got this one. Love showed me a lot last game. Like he gained a little favor in my eyes, you know what I'm saying, with that performance last game. And what really surprised me is they put up the stats between him and Rodgers over the first 28 starts.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
it was like, damn, like
pretty much identical.
It was like, for as much hate or disdain that I have for him, I'm like, and I love Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm looking at it through a tainted lens. I need to kind of look, and he balled out that game. The biggest thing with him is he still don't have a bona fide number one receiver
At all.
Matthew Golden is probably gonna eventually get there. And what's his name? Christian Watson. That dude is a beast, but he just can't never stay healthy.
But is their number one? Is there?
Kraft is having an amazing season right now. He's had 2 or 3 games like he did last night. But he's being targeted a lot from Love. I just don't think that the Panthers have enough. I do think that Rico Dowdle is going to get off this game because they're finally going to give him the one in the backfield, which may lead to Hubbard being traded. But I think because they got Travis Etienne's brother there too. So I think that they'll probably end up coming off of Hubbard and Dowdle earned it, just being honest. He looks better. To me, he is a better player than Hubbard. He's better. You know what I'm saying? And some other team could probably use Hubbard. And they'll probably overpay for him a little bit. So you can send him somewhere where he can be useful, probably on a contending team. But I just don't think the Panthers have enough. I don't care if Bryce Young plays or whoever plays. I don't think the Panthers are going to score probably over 13 in this game.
Man.
I don't even know what to say about this. The Packers are gonna win.
Yeah.
It's just they're better in every way except for receivers, and that's just it. There's a better team
LT.
You think the Panthers receivers is better?
for
I was
sure.
about to say, I honestly think they're better in every facet,
The
Are you
receivers,
talking about the Panthers?
everything for the Packers. I think they're better in every way.
do we know who the receivers are on the
I'm
Panthers?
saying numbers wise this
Look,
season.
the only receiver on the Panthers that scares me is the rookie.
Yeah.
Leggett hasn't done anything. He hadn't had a game where I was like,
you can't see it because it's unfair because you can't see it because of who's on the
you
team.
can
And I
still see it with
understand that.
McMillan, though.
but-
You can still
McMillan is
tell
a
that he's-
monster.
McMillan
Yeah,
is a
he's a
monster,
beast.
but that's the
He's a
only
beast.
weapon that unless they hand the ball off to Dowdle, that's the
Exactly.
only weapon that they have. You know what I'm saying?
Packers
in the
don't have
passing game.
none. They have none.
Matthew
have-
Golden is nice.
I mean,
Jordan
he's not.
Well,
He's only
clearly-
got like 200. He's only got
clearly-
200 some yards catching right
Clearly,
now.
it does not
Matthew
matter
Golden
Who's
has
who's
not
that
done
receiver because
Yeah.
Love has two. You can count them on these two fingers. Two incomplete or two. What is it? Interceptions this season.
He's a
That dude
monster.
just takes care of the ball, and I did
Yeah.
not expect that coming into this season. I thought he was going to take a lot more chances with the team that he has, with the weapons that he has.
Yeah.
I think he is playing at a level that is higher than him at this point, which is kind
Higher
of
than
scary.
him. Whoa,
I really do.
that's
I think he's raising the ceiling of what even he was thinking his game was. So I think he's
Also-
getting better and better.
He getting his tight end paid right now.
Yep.
He getting that boy paid right now.
The receivers being
real.
better is insane to me. I can't.
And
believe it.
I mean, it's hard to say because I don't see it. Their receivers are barely. I think Golden has like 260 yards receiving or something like that on the season. I mean,
The peak and the highest
yeah.
talent, the highest talent of the Panthers is definitely better. But
Oh, sure.
overall, I'll take the median overall over their peak.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
real.
100%.
I think Love is the reason why they're
Exactly,
their receivers.
exactly.
Love is a. I mean, I said this at the
agree.
beginning of the year, and this was me like
You
speaking.
did,
You know,
you did.
'cause
You did.
man, Love is a coach. I watched him play. Dude is one of the most accurate quarterbacks, man. Dude, he takes, like you say, he's taking care of the ball. Accuracy is a part of taking care of the ball. He throws the ball in the right places. He lets his team win. This team really should be 6-1, or maybe even,
should
maybe
Yeah.
even like, they lost the game to the Browns, man.
Then they
That
got
was
a tie or something.
then they got a tie with Dallas. I mean, but he put up two large 300-yard games already this season. Last game, I think he went for 360 or something like that, or
Yeah, he just went for like 370 something last game.
you know what I mean? So I mean, and so this Love is who they say he is, without people saying, "Hey, go find him two number one receivers, or get him a big dog." He doesn't have that. Imagine if he had a JSN or a you know what I mean,
Or a
I think it's
McMillan.
actually. I think
Any
it's
of these
actually
guys.
better for him not to have that. If you want to be honest,
He don't
because
rely on that
Yep.
one guy.
doesn't need to. I
Make
think
a
he's a
good
guy
ball
that
runner.
spreads out the ball, and he's been like that since college. Let's be very. He didn't go to a college where he had one receiver. He went to a college where he had a whole.
So
he had a couple.
him
of
having
seasons.
terrible receivers makes their receiving core better.
How are you going to call him terrible? They're
They're not
one
terrible.
five,
They're
one
not
one.
as good as McMillan. McMillan is literally
That's
like
one guy.
You talking
All
about
the
one
rest of
dude?
them-
is huge.
All
they
the
have
rest of them,
they have
all
two.
the offense is better. Who's the
They
other
have
one?
two.
Who?
That's like
Packers
me
have
going into
two.
a game and
Packers have
saying, "Oh,
two.
the Saints have a better receiving core because we have Olave." That's blasphemy.
Are we
Last
saying
year.
that the
There's
Steelers?
no
Saints
other-
do
Steelers
have, the Saints do have a better receiving core
Then
And
who?
than the Pack. I mean, they're the Packers.
No.
No.
Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed. Are we serious right now?
I think that if he had a better receiver, they'd stand out, because he's got 1,700 yards right now. If they had good receivers, one of them would. I'm not saying they're not good, but one of them would stand out. Somebody's the cream rises to the top. You got Stephon Diggs over in where's Diggs at right now?
New England.
I mean, he's their number one receiver. He's showing. I mean, 48, 49 targets, 42 catches. He's showing improving. He's coming. I mean, he only got 400 and some yards, but he's showing up. You know what I mean? So I think if they had a better receiver somewhere, if they were one of those dudes was who it's supposed to be, receivers do that. But look what happened when with Aaron Rodgers, he's over there. They always found a guy. Whether that guy was really that good or not.
They pulled
Yeah,
receivers
they-
out.
They figured out a dude,
nowhere.
like Driver, Donald Drivers, people we know are
Greg
crap.
Jennings.
I mean,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah, I
who
was
is
about
this
to say
dude?
Jennings.
You know, what I mean? they made dudes out of thin air. So for somebody not to have risen through there, it does kind of hint like maybe your tight end's number one, man.
If you have Matthew Golden, who's fully healthy, you have Christian Watson on the other side, who's fully healthy. We're just assuming full health.
Who he has
And then you put
85 yards right now.
Let me finish. And you put Romeo Dobbs in the slot. Now Christian Watkins only played one game. It's his last game. Just you know what I'm saying. This one right here. Put Romeo Dobbs in the slot, and then you put the tight end in there. You think that receiving core is not good?
And we're not talking stats. We're talking ceiling.
We're talking
now,
about yes, like
If we're
talent.
Ceiling, so then we can't just say Leggett is also could be up there.
I'm not saying he's not.
He hasn't shown it. All of those people have had games where Leggett hasn't had a game over like 50, 60 yards receiving
this year
in his career.
He didn't have one last year.
Last year,
Leggett had a good game. Nah,
he hasn't had a good game, bro.
Man,
he hasn't had a good game. And don't get me wrong, I love Leggett. I want him to do well. He had the opportunity. There was nobody there. Now he's gonna be the, you know what I'm saying, the number 2 guy with him being there.
You look at their quarterback. He has a lot less passing yards than Love does. You know what I mean? So it's hard to.
The team
you know
is
what I mean? Like,
but he still has not thrown me anything to make me.
If you put Love,
and it matters who the QB is. It matters who the QB
is. I understand. They can get you that bar now. Bryce is not.
I get that.
9 catches for 92 yards. Leggett did.
When?
How many games?
That was game 2.
Against who?
Against the Jets. Against the
exactly.
Jets. That's better than Christian Watson. Christian Watson.
He was hurt. He blew out his knee.
Christian Watson. You talking about the same cat that's caught like 5 touchdowns in a game?
Christian Watson. He
did it against the Cowboys.
Year,
I was watching.
Again, we talking about that's bigger, stronger, faster. Give him some.
You don't know how big Christian Watson is.
Christian Watson.
They like the same.
100%. That kid's
good. Xavier Leggett's bigger though.
No. Christian Watson is 6'5", and he ran faster than Leggett. All his measurables are bigger than Leggett.
Xavier Leggett's the same height as guys.
Leggett 6'3".
Man, I get what you're saying. 100%. I get what you're saying.
I like Leggett. I want him to do well.
I like the receivers. I do like the receivers on that team.
Jordan Love. Switch the quarterbacks. Jordan Love.
I think he go crazy over it. I mean, that's just my personal opinion too, because they got that McMillan. He's a rookie too. He's a legitimate
McMillan is nice.
number
I give
one.
him that.
I mean, this is me speaking forward, but I'm not going to say Jimmy Horn's not ready right now. I'm not putting him in this conversation. That's why I haven't said this.
I really like Jimmy Horn though.
You give him a year or two, he's going to end up being a good receiver. He's fast too. He's going to be. I think they have more talent
he's going to be their slot
at receiver. Yeah, than the Packers. I think that he's probably had his guys for at least a couple years. Yes. Over at the Packers. If these dudes, at your number 1 receiver has 260 yards, man, after 8 games. That's crazy to me.
He has 1,798 though. That means he's spreading.
He's spreading the ball out. Don't get me wrong, but somebody's going to step up there. So I mean, your tight end is your number 1 receiver. Your tight end. That's crazy to me.
Your receivers are this good, and you draft a receiver in the first round, and your running backs crying about, oh, we need to get better receivers. I don't think the receivers are.
By the way, can I just say this? By the way, man, I'm gonna say something here, okay? Because we're talking about stats of a team that's throwing the ball 100 times a game because they're down by 40 points, okay? Like they're going to get receivers the stats at that point because the defense is playing 20 yards off the ball.
He's only got 1,200 yards though. He's only got 1,200 yards passing. Not like we'd different if he had like 2,000
That's my point,
plus.
Though. Like it's not like it's happening.
I mean, that means they don't have a very good quarterback, though. That doesn't have that's less to say about their receivers than it does their quarterback, though. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're already playing from behind, you should be
Like my grandmother could get in and play receiver in the fourth quarter down 30. And
Ward got more yards than him right now.
Grandma Frazier be getting 50 yards a game. Let's go.
Oh, these dudes is okay. Yeah, it might be good. Yeah, but if any of them are your wide receiver 1, it's terrible. Thank God they have such a good defense and a great running back and a great quarterback that it can overlap the fact that they have horrible receivers. That's why they had to draft the receiver in the first round. That's the whole reason. The whole fans, all the fans were like, it was the biggest applause I ever heard.
Did we bend the block on this one already?
No.
Let's go ahead and bend the block on this one, man. BZ.
I got the Packers.
LT.
Packers and their receivers.
man.
I got the Packers.
I definitely got the Packers too. There ain't no way that I'm taking the Panthers right now. You know what I mean?
0% chance.
I don't see them beating the. I think the Packers are. I think the Packers are probably the second best team in the NFL right now. Maybe second or third, right around there with the Colts. Either the Colts or the Packers. They're right there pecking for that second.
I like that.
I agree with that. It ain't too
We
many
got
teams
the
that
next
beat
game we got coming up. We got the Saints and we got the Rams. We're gonna go ahead and go to you last. Let's start with man.
Yeah, I hate both these teams right now. So I really would. I'd rather have the Saints win. If they can pull a win, I'd love that.
I bet you would.
I'm tired of the Rams. The Rams is on our ass. I don't even know, man. Like, golly,
they're good.
They're looking wonderful. They're looking like a beautiful team right now. Yeah, I got the Rams. Yeah, it's just.
They saying Puka Nacua he's questionable for the game. Limited practice and stuff. So.
He could have died. He could die.
Jesus Christ. Are we going to take this far? Are we taking this far, man?
I'm just saying, if he died tomorrow, they're still winning.
Yeah, more than likely. Beezy, who you got?
I just traded for the Rams defense in one of my fantasy leagues. So I'm excited about this game. You know what I'm saying? It came at West Side right on time. It showed up. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is going to be I think we see Spencer Rattler again before this one is over. I think they're going to be like, but just shit. Throw him in there. Let's see what we can do. Because I think Sugar's going to have a horrible. This is a bad first game to start against that Rams defense. And that front four that they got, that front seven, I don't think they're gonna.
And look at what the Rams got at receiver. You got
Nakua
for 600 yards. You got Adams at 400 yards. This is your top receivers. Those are
what Atwell jump in there and play well.
You get what I'm saying? That's what a receiving core is supposed to look like.
Then you got what's his name? Yeah, Kyron Williams, and then Blake Corum has been vulturing touchdowns at the at the goal line. I just don't think that the Saints. Unless Alvin, I don't think that's gonna happen either. I just don't think that. I feel like you had a better chance with Rattler. At least he gonna throw the ball. Shuck is gonna. I think he's gonna look horrible.
Freeze up.
I think he gonna look like a deer in the headlights. He ain't gonna be able to get the ball off. The running game ain't gonna be going. You're gonna have to pass the ball because you're down. They might break his leg.
And you know how a person's used to playing with a sorry team already. I think that's what Rattler is. Rattler's sorry. He's sorry. I have no love for Spencer Rattler. Trust me, last year, only thing I did was look at his stat line. This is not me. I've never praised him, said he was good at all. I couldn't wait to see Spencer Rattler playing something. I'm like, yeah, that team's going to lose. Because I knew for sure the Saints was losing every time when he played. This guy's crap. But I don't feel like that team's so sorry that you need somebody who's used to playing with a sorry team to play with a sorry team. You know what I'm saying? Like, he understands, okay, I'm probably going to get sacked on this play.
I don't know how to play sorry.
He said, hold up real fast because they're going to hit me from this way. He knows already what's about to happen. You got to allow him to lose. You know what I mean?
He's not going to walk in the locker room and cuss everybody out. And
y'all know what it is, bro. You know what's where we going to eat after the game? Y'all trying to go to the club? Yeah.
Even they like, man, you know what I mean? They know they just got him killed.
I got a couple waiting in the Uber with y'all. You ready to go? Because we lost, bro.
We just happy to be here right now. You know what I mean?
Let's go have a seat.
Hey, my check clear. I got that check. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's
drinks
go.
On me. He said, drinks on me. LT.
Look, I don't know what blasphemy y'all keep speaking. Okay. Saints hate the Rams. All right, we hate the Rams ever since that NFC title game.
I get
it. I mean, we literally hate them. Okay, so we could be 0-80. It doesn't matter. We're going to come out for this game. I do think one of the favors that we've done for this game is change the quarterback to where there's not a whole lot of film on this guy as far as tendencies against certain blitz packages, things of that nature. So I do think that might come into play a little bit. This game isn't going to be close. All right, you're talking about y'all didn't even bring Matthew Stafford up. I mean, he's playing at an MVP level.
You got like 17 touchdowns or something.
2 interceptions again. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? Like that, they're playing so unreal on the offensively. They're playing ridiculous. Defensively, we know what they're capable of. So it's just, and they're playing against a team that is broken. Okay, on the road is where the Saints are going. They're going to LA. This isn't going to be pretty. Chuck's first start, like you guys said, we might see Rattler fairly quickly.
No, Rattler though.
What you think?
I don't like Rattler. I don't like Rattler. I don't like Chuck.
What you think Chuck's stat line gonna be? How many picks?
You know what? I actually think he throws one pick. I think he throws one, and I think it's because they're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to run the ball.
No touchdowns, just one pick.
Screenplays.
One touchdown, one pick, and I think he's going to have 162 yards. He's going to be probably 20,
like
30,
50,
39, 20 or 39.
53 completion percentage. 53. This is completion
20 or
percentage.
39.
53.
20 or 39. Thank you.
Listen.
Thank
I'm gonna say this. Look, you got Rattler. He got a 68% completion percentage. He's got 1,500 yards. He's throwing for about 200 yards a game. Okay, I'm gonna take that. He got an 87-yard long, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. You say he threw three interceptions last game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bad game. He was 8-2 before that. You know what I mean? Like this other kid, man. I mean, he ain't looking to 53%, bro. 53%.
But he came in relief, and all he did was throw the ball.
Yeah.
All he did was throw the ball.
That should be help you out because they're probably playing off
because you know what's coming at that point.
They're beating the brakes off y'all. Listen, they're beating the brakes. You know how when you bring him in, he's probably throwing little easy dink and dunk routes. He's not throwing nothing long.
I'll tell you this. I'm not saying Chuck's good.
And
I don't think the guy's good in any way.
Wasn't he last game?
Yeah. But I don't think Rattler's terrible. Okay, Rattler's shown you his ceiling at this point. In my opinion, I don't think he's progressing.
Do you think Chuck's ceiling is higher?
As total?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
I think Chuck has a higher ceiling. I do.
No.
I'm surprised you were able to answer that question because I had no clue what the answer was going to be.
I do.
That
was a 50-50 shot for me. I was
like, wow. You talking about the wiggle kid? The kid who came out and did the wiggle throw? At a professional combine.
Look, he can suck his ass to the end of the bench.
Everybody's hoping. Look, everybody's hoping he does bad because he got drafted before Shador. Everybody's hoping he does bad. Okay.
No. I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. This has nothing to do with Shador. I promise you, this has nothing to do with Shador at all. I promise you. I just don't see him being. When I saw that throw, I was like, because that's not something that you do. Like these guys have been training for how long in their life to get to this?
That was during the combine, bro.
That was, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not normal.
I get what y'all are saying.
And it was
we're talking about Spencer Rattler, who his only completions. I get Olave drops a lot of balls.
He's almost got a 70% completion percentage. Rattler does. This is not me being against this. This is not a comparison of the. But
from Rattler.
Nah, he had that with Derek Carr.
Rattler be throwing suicide balls every week, dude. It's all
Derek Carr threw him like 3 in the season. The first 5 games.
I understand that. Rattler's almost hurt our entire receiving core in the first 3 weeks of the season.
Who had a better college career?
College?
Chuck or Rattler? Yeah.
Throw them away. Throw them away.
All I'm gonna say is
I'm gonna be real. Neither one of them are gonna be New Orleans next year, so it doesn't matter.
All I'm gonna say is this right here: you have a serviceable quarterback at a 68% completion, but
did you just say
serviceable for what they have as a team? You know what I'm saying? For what they got there as a team, they know they have nothing. They know they don't even run the ball with Kamara. They do none of that.
This week, the quarterback needs to exist for the 2 seconds it takes to get the ball from point A, which is the ass of the center, to the running back's hands. Okay, that needs to be all this week is. Let this week go by quickly. We have no chance whatsoever. We're playing against a team that is very, very hot right now. I'm not.
I'm definitely going to say they should have went with the rookie. I'm going to say that, but I don't believe that. But 53%, man, completion percentage. Even Dylan Gabriel is doing better than that.
We both said before the show, Dylan's he's better.
What I'm saying is like that's tough to put out there, especially when you have veterans who are maybe care, sure. maybe, and you're putting the kid out there. If he's 50%, that's like horrible. And I mean, that's just really bad. You're not gonna ever. The running games are not even trying to run the ball. You know, I mean, that's not even having Kamara's not even getting touches at all.
He didn't give him the ball, yeah.
Shaheed has one route. Okay, this is the problem with the Saints. Shaheed has one route. It's get your ass upfield. Okay. If I see the hand, I'm throwing it. That's it. Okay. Olave can run a 10-yard out better than anybody in the league. Okay, and his corner routes are beautiful. The guy just lost his hand somewhere. I think he's been hit way too many times across the middle. They need to start throwing him a lot more out.
He's scared as hell.
Other than that, what do we have?
Nothing. And that's what I'm saying. And this is go ahead.
Hey, LT, let me ask you something. Would you take Anthony Richardson?
Damn.
He's crap. I'm letting the.
You know what's sad?
Do you think he's better than Shuck and Rattler, though?
Put him at
no, he is not better than
At least he can move. At least he can move.
I wouldn't say he's better.
I ain't gonna say he's better, but he poses a different threat.
Sure, it buys you some time
to run the ball. He poses the threat that
I'm
keeping. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm not even having this. I'm putting linebackers in here, my quarterbacks. I'm not even gonna.
I'll give you the easy fix. The ball. If Kellen Moore was serious and they actually want, this is how you know the Saints don't want to win a football game, okay? Because if they wanted to actually win, you know who they would put in at quarterback, and we've done it before, and he's actually done pretty damn decent. No, we should have been got him. I'm talking about on our team right now.
Are you talking about Taysom?
Yep. If we would put Taysom Hill at quarter, you know what you're going to get. He's going to run the ball 80 times. He's going to have 200 yards.
Numbers.
That's it. But he's going to win. Or you're going to be right there at the end to have a shot because they don't have the ball long enough to score 80 points on you. It's just, I feel like that would be a much better solution if you were trying to win. That shows me the Saints don't give a shit this year. So I think they're done.
Okay. All right. So around the horn real quick. We're going to go ahead and spin the block. Beezy.
I got the Rams, man. You pray for Shuck, bro.
LT.
You can pray all you want. It ain't going to help much. You know what? I'm going with the Saints. No, I'm kidding, man. I'm going with the Rams. I'm going with the Rams.
Wow, man. You more delicious than the Cowboys. Who you got, man?
Rams. Pray for Chris Olave.
Pray for all the receivers.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Rams too, man. I don't see the Saints. This is a no-win situation for them. They pretty much threw the towel in with this one, but I hope the rookie does well. I just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you're already kind of showing that. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but that doesn't mean he couldn't bounce back next game.
What's well? Like what's doing well?
I mean,
I think for him, if he's
70%,
if he can get 60%,
65 and up. 60.
No, I think 60 for him is great.
Because you're right now.
If he can get to 60 and have more touchdowns and interceptions.
And I'm not even tripping if he has more touchdowns and interceptions. You can be 1 and 2. But if you got, I'm not saying this is good for him, but man, you already got 1 interception, no touchdowns right now. You know what I mean?
It matters how he plays. If you throw them interceptions and you look timid and you were scary, that's one thing. But if you was just like, effing, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Let me try to fit it in there. Yeah. At least I can respect that. Like you're trying to do something.
I want to see drives. I want to see actual drives. They don't need to
drive together. Hold the
just
ball.
show me drives.
And this will matter about the coaching too, is right? Correct. The coaching kind of dictates what he does because he doesn't need to be out there playing like he's actually a really, really seasoned quarterback right now. We don't know if he's good or not. We don't know. I don't know. I can sit back and talk crap about him all I want to off of one throw, but you know what I mean? Like I have never seen him in a game. I can't tell you what kind of arm he has, nothing else, but I can tell you that he's not very good at completing passes. That's what I can see right there.
It's very crucial for a quarterback.
Thus far. He's only been playing in 2 games, really 1 game. All right.
I just got a text that said, damn, y'all still going.
I already know.
You already know.
We're almost done. Let's run through these last few ones real quick here. We got this one especially, Jaguars and Raiders. Go ahead, man. I'm going to start with you.
You know what I think it is about the Raiders? The Chip Kelly, he's a horrible guy.
I cannot stand Chip Kelly.
That's the best way for me to say it. The whole, you know what I was thinking about it? I was like, man, Ashton Jeanty, why did he have to change his
because of Chip Kelly. He wanted to control it.
Because remember LaShawn McCoy, he do like a couple taunts and he benches him for the rest of the game. Chip Kelly is the worst coach in history of the NFL, and he should. Oh my goodness, that is what's the only thing holding them back is the fact that they have him because he's horrible. Their team is not a bad team. They don't have a bad team. They just have an awful offensive coordinator, and I hate Chip Kelly. I hope the Jaguars destroy them.
Easy.
As a Cowboys fan, I will never forgive Chip Kelly for breaking up that Eagles team with Michael Vick, LaShawn McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin. I will never forgive him for that, ever. And I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, and I secretly was crushing on that Eagles team. I will never forgive him for breaking that team up. I didn't like him when he was at Oregon. I've never liked anything that Chip Kelly has done. If you follow a trail of when he leaves somewhere and you hear what the players say about him, it's never anything good. Nobody ever has anything good to say about him. They say he's controlling. He's kind of an asshole. Like, it's his way or the highway, and he'll trade you out of there just to make an example. He doesn't care what he gets back. I do not like Chip Kelly. I was thoroughly surprised, and it makes me wonder if that was a management hire or if Pete Carroll actually wanted him on his, and his staff. Because he does not, when I think of Pete Carroll and his style of coaching, I don't think Chip Kelly meshes or fits with that. I don't think that was a good match at all. I think that also contributes to the positions that they're putting Geno in, but damn it, he ain't playing well either. He's making horrible reads. He's throwing the ball in horrible positions from horrible arm slots.
7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
He's looking really, really bad. And I don't know if y'all remember Geno when he was at West Virginia in his high school. He can chunk the ball. Everybody knows that Geno can throw the ball. I don't know if it's just scheme related, but he looks really bad. And I mean, just me personally, I'm gonna just give about 30% of that to Chip Kelly because I don't like him. But he also doesn't have the greatest receiving core. Just to be fair, he's got 2 decent tight ends in Meyer, and then who's the new dude that they just drafted? I can't remember the other one. Brock Bowers, and then Meyer, the one that they just drafted. So I think they got 2 good tight ends. Genty is a good running back to build on. They got some decent players on defense when you look at it as far as names on the roster, and they perform pretty decently. But Geno just turns the ball over entirely too much. And they're on the field way longer when you look at how long, as far as their defense is on the field compared to other teams, they're on the field way longer than most other defenses that are not maybe as talented as them, but they don't have to be on the field and defend as long as they do. I don't see the Raiders winning this game. I think this is a bounce back game for Trevor Lawrence. And I think Geno is probably going to throw another 2 picks.
LT.
12-7. That's the last 2 weeks of offensive output from the Jaguars. I zero faith in Sunshine whatsoever.
You trust Geno over him?
No, I'm not saying that.
Hot take.
I don't trust Trevor, and I never have. I've always thought he was an overrated guy. Good quarterback, don't get me wrong, but extremely average in my opinion. He just has always had the playmakers around him to make him
benefited from the time
very
he
good.
out his
Yeah,
coach.
100%. And coaching matters, right? I mean, especially in college, whenever he played his best football, in my opinion. Raiders have a really stacked lineup, man. Like Man, I agree with him on this, and I know I've given him shit about it every week. But that lineup is really, really good.
On paper, look good.
Extremely good on paper, and they should be way, way better than they are. I think the Jaguars kind of showed you who they are the last 2 weeks. Not just offensively, but defensively as well. There's a lot of holes, especially kind of in the middle of the field with them, which is kind of surprising with their lineup. So for me, this week, especially having Bowers back and things of that nature, Geno's going to have a much better game. I have a feeling he's going to find his rhythm, I think, this week, and I think it's a perfect time. You're playing a team right now that is on the downslide for their season, I feel like, in the Jaguars. I don't think they're going to find their footing this week. They're going to the Raiders, who, again, must-win game. Geno has to play well this week. I see them getting it done. I see the Raiders winning this one.
Yeah, man, this is a tough game because both of these teams are playing very bad. I mean, you got Geno. He has 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, man. Yep. But you at the same time, you got Trevor Lawrence, and he's crap. Trevor Lawrence is not good at all right now. I mean, Travis Hunter's leading their team in receptions right now by 1. He only has 1 over top, but his receiving yards he's number 2 in receiving yards. I just don't see. I mean, he plays good defense though too. He's been playing good defense as far as like some of the games they've allowed him to play a little bit more defense in. Man, I mean, it's tough for me to go with the Raiders because of how bad they've played. But it's like at the same time, do you look at the Jags and say, they're playing good? Yeah, they're crap. I mean, this is a game that I would normally go with the Raiders. I'm probably going to go with them anyways. because but we'll kind of see. We'll go ahead and spin the block on that one. But right now, I'm kind of a toss up on either one. So let's go ahead and spin the block, man.
Yeah, I got the Jaguars. Gino, like last year, this whole interception thing, we had that same problem last year with him. I love Gino. I hope he do better the rest of the season, but man, he just can't. The Jaguars, man.
LT.
He's gonna have one of those games, man, where he comes out and just plays. It could be a fluke. I don't know.
I hope he do.
He just
Puts
has
up 300,
those games
400. He
sometimes.
does it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I think this is the perfect team to do it against, and he finds that footing this week. Definitely.
To me, Travis Hunter at this stage and this point right now is a better corner than he is a receiver. Yeah. I think he can be a starting corner, and he should have packages for a receiver and kind of work him in, kind of like how the Cowboys did Deion back in the day. But he's a better corner, and to me, I think they need him to be a corner more than they need him to be a receiver and kind of a gadget player on offense. I think the Jaguars get this one in an ugly game. I don't think neither team scores over 20.
I think I'm going to go with the Jags too, because it's tough for me to go with the Patriots. With the Raiders. I'm sorry about that. But at the same time, I think that Travis actually has been playing good on offense. You see him in the open field. If they get him the ball anywhere, he's going to get yards. He's killing them really, and I think that he's just learning to be a good DB in the league right now. I think he's actually he's getting that opportunity to learn slowly, which I think helps him out rather than him going to some sorrier team than this one and having to go up against the number one wide receiver and him getting killed and losing his confidence. I think this is a better opportunity for him to kind of learn slowly. You put him up against like a Travis Kelce. I mean, he would never guard Travis Kelce if he was a number one DB for a team. That wouldn't happen. But right now he's getting an opportunity to kind of learn what the NFL game. And I think he's dynamic. He's a playmaker. You got to trying to get the ball into his hands and see what he can do with it. And I think that Trevor Lawrence, they're having a hard time doing it. They're throwing the ball to him. It's obvious because he is leading the team in receptions, but they've hit a brick wall. And it's hard to see them come out of this, but the Raiders are sorry too. Yeah, but the Raiders are just bad too, a bad team right now as well. And I think that sometimes those young boys, they may get a little bit of energy out of this game and try to, if they can win, they can kind of keep themselves above the fray slightly. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the Jags on this one myself. Next game, we got the Chiefs and we got the Bills. LT, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, listen, I know the Bills played a crap team last week, but they played really, really well.
It's a confidence boost.
Great football, and that gets their foot set underneath them. That really got Allen. I feel like his confidence is back after a game like that. Look, it's going to be real hard to come in there and beat them at home during the regular season. I get what the Chiefs have done during the playoffs over there. Mm-hmm. Much different story when it's not a, hey, look, win or go home scenario. Chiefs don't necessarily need to win this. They're 5-3. Patrick Mahomes is doing great. He's 17.
Win this.
I don't think they are, man. I just don't see it happening.
They're in probably
the Bills winning this.
They're probably not to cut you because I want you to continue.
No, go ahead.
But they're in probably the one or two top, division. If they don't win, then they're not going. There's a good chance they may not make the playoffs. If the Chargers even just keep pace, do well enough, they already got one game up on you. They beat you one more, and it's a tie. They're in there. You're not.
I said at the beginning of the season, this team's not winning the division. It's just not happening. I don't think it's going to. That the teams in that division have really caught up to me as far as talent wise.
I want to ask this question to everybody on the panel, so you guys answer it as y'all see fit. I spent having a conversation with my brother today. He said that he feels like Josh Allen is not. He's already reached his peak. He's not going to go any further. He's pretty much peaked at his. He's pretty much showed everybody who he is, and he's not coming back. There's no more. No more room to go. You guys agree with that?
It's very hard to go higher than he has.
Yeah, I think
as far as the way that he's played, and I think I'm good with that.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. It's just he peaked very early.
You guys don't think that consistency of what he's already doing, plus winning some big games, to me that's better. I mean, not everyone. When I think about peaking, you're almost. I guess that doesn't necessarily have to mean you're falling. If just because you
not necessarily falling, you just maintaining. Yeah,
that means everyone else needs to get better. That means you need someone else to improve.
Mm-hmm. Their running back is a dog right now.
He was a dog last year.
He's a dog right now.
He peaked last year as well.
Cook's a beast.
He led the league in touchdowns last year.
Dude is a beast.
a
All right,
monster
so
right now.
that takes a lot of pressure off you at QB. So I think that's a big part of them finding their footing here. Now, look, Kelsey's finding his rhythm too. You haven't seen him play at this high of a level in a couple of seasons,
like
in
2
my
years.
opinion. Yeah, so that's a big deal. Kansas City's on a little upward turn too, I feel like. But
and the Bills don't have a number one receiver either.
Sure.
Really, if you really want to say, I mean, I think.
But Allen's another one of those
And
quarterbacks
Shakir and
he doesn't necessarily
number one.
Yeah, I got
he
you.
doesn't need that, right? If you're a pocket passer, I feel like you have to have that number one receiver. He's not necessarily a pocket passer. He can buy that time. He steps up. He'll run if need be all the time.
Look at his numbers, man. There's a possibility that he may need that because he's only got 1,500 yards this year. He got 1,500 yards right now. He got 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. You're up there still, but the 1,500 yards is not. I mean, he's normally like a guy who's going to get you 4,000.
They don't have to when you got a running back finally stepping up.
But they do because they've already lost. They lost 2 or 3 games already this year.
They're 5-2.
You know what I mean? Like they've already
lost 2 games.
But you would look at them as more of a team, like from where they've come from and for how young he is as a quarterback and where he's at. You would think they would, they may have been, 6-1 or something like that. They
had that bad game that they played where the whole team just didn't show up on Monday night against, or was it Sunday night against the Patriots? That was a huge win for the Pats, and that's a divisional game. So
lost to Atlanta too,
right? But you never know what team's going to show up with Atlanta, right? Atlanta's that team that's going to show up and beat you by 12, or they're going to lose by 40. So it's just
correct,
But like I said, Allen, I feel like he's really finding his footing and starting to go up. And I think that's why you're seeing his numbers down too. There really was a time during this season where they had those 2 games. They looked lost on offense. Like they really looked like they couldn't get the run game going, which in turn put a lot of pressure on Allen to make some certain throws that he just rushed and really tried to force in there. So I think he doesn't have to do that anymore. Cook has found his rhythm. That line is playing at a very high level. I don't think the Chiefs can stop them is the main thing here. They just can't stop them. Can they keep up is the question, right? Can Kelsey keep up at the force that he's been playing at all season? I don't think so. I think the Bills win this one, and it's a big win for the Bills.
Okay, VZ.
I gotta disagree with you, LT, man. I think the difference in this game is I trust the Chiefs defense more than I trust the Bills defense. And then Mahomes and Allen, historically speaking, they always play well against each other. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get the best of each one of them. So Mahomes at his best and Allen at his best, we talk about like 1A, 1B type situation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could maybe give an edge to either side, but it's arguable. You know what I mean? I think the defense is going to be a difference, and I trust the playmakers on the Chiefs defense more than I trust the playmakers on the Bills defense. I also trust the coaching of the Chiefs defense with Spagnuolo calling the plays, running the defense, and Andy Reid being the overseer of it all. Now that Rashee Rice is back, I trust the Chiefs receivers because it kind of pushes everybody back into their normal roles, and Rashee Rice can be the main guy, which is why I think that Kelsey is playing as well as he's playing now because he's not the focal point. He can kind of be, kind of open. The Bills have a better running game, but they don't have like a standalone breakout receiver. I think trade deadline goals for both should be Bills get a receiver, Chiefs get a running back. Kareem Hunt and Pacheco can't hold you over forever. You're going to have to get like a brand name guy there to do that. And the same thing with the Bills. Khalil Shakur and Keon Coleman can't hold you forever. You're going to have to get a brand name receiver, somebody to put there to be able to do it. Do I want to bet against Mahomes? Hell no. I think it's hard. It's hard to do that. Dude is proven in his short time in the league, relatively, he's proven that you bet against him, more than likely you're going to lose. I think this is going to be a high-scoring back-and-forth game just because both offenses are going to be pretty potent, and they're very familiar with each other. They've played each other a lot. They know what each other likes to do, same coaches since this kind of quote-unquote rivalry has started. But at the end of the day, I trust Andy Reid more than I trust McDermott. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Man, I like the game the Bills been playing a lot more. Being able to mix passing and running is something just a team needs on offense, So if we're going offense for offense, the Chiefs' run game has been terrible. Pacheco has not been Pacheco in a while.
Oh,
in a while, like that. Like Kelsey getting back to where he is, that's like a big thing, you know. But the Bills, who Kincaid, he's been looking better than Kelsey for sure. Like Kincaid,
well, Kelsey's been balling the last 2 games.
yeah, you know, but Kincaid's been like he's always looked like a safety blanket, you know, a strong one. Josh Allen, he's playing at MVP level like at all times. The Bills defense is always really good too. Chiefs, I think they're almost fully healthy, other than like maybe Pacheco might be.
Yeah, he's out. He's gonna be out.
Yeah, so just no run game, and Mahomes just has to go just straight up because their whole thing is like they're gonna outsmart a team a lot of times with
they're gonna scheme people.
Yeah, you know, game time, like the timing of the game and everything. But I think the Bills I think they're gonna win this game. That they need to overtake the Patriots. They're gonna need to do that. The Patriots are number 1 in the division right now. It looks bad for them. The Patriots take over them like that. So I think the Bills, they're gonna do that.
I'm gonna go ahead and I think the Chiefs they've been just playing very well the last 3 weeks. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's hard for me to go against them. They put up damn near 30 points a game over the last 3 weeks. They gave up 7 points, I think, last week. It's tough for me to go against them. But we'll go ahead and spin the block on this one. We'll say, VZ, who you got on this?
Hot take. I don't think that the Bills will win a Super Bowl. I think they're going to get dramatically close within the next 3 years, but they're not going to win. For that reason, I think that within probably 2 to 3 years, you could be looking at Josh Allen trying to get up out of there.
Come to the same.
Especially I think if you looking at them, you got to remember they have horrible history with going to the Super Bowl and losing. That city is really scarred about that. If they get close enough like that and you can't get over the hump on Kansas City, you fire McDermott and then he's not happy, you don't bring him in no receiver, I think we could be looking at, you know, like a Carson Palmer, Matthew Stafford in Detroit type situation, like where it's like, bro, just let me go because you're not doing what I need to get over the hump. And I don't see, especially with the opposition being Mahomes, and then you got to look at if Lamar's team is healthy and they can help. There's so much going on in the AFC that he's going to have to fight tooth and nail every year. If they give Burrow a defense or some type of running game, you know what I mean? Then you got to worry about that too, because he's already done it one time and got, you know what I'm saying, in his, second year, third year started, and he got to the Super Bowl. It's like you can't, that's nothing to poo-poo at. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to think that these players are capable and they're in the same conference as you. Not only will they stop you from reaching your goal, they'll stop you from being able to get to the game before the goal. You ain't even going to be able to get to the Super Bowl. It's different when somebody's in the NFC and I can meet you at the Super Bowl. But being in the AFC, it's top heavy, especially with quarterbacks.
He is not playing at an MVP level to me either. For all the quarterbacks that we've named today,
I agree with that.
I can name 5 quarterbacks.
I agree with that.
10 times
The
playing
argument
way better than him.
People are going to say is that they didn't give him the tools to compete with it. I'm not saying that that's right or wrong.
What about Jordan Love?
I'm not saying that that's right or wrong, but Jordan Love's in the NFC. He's in the AFC. That's going to be something that you can argue, or that sports, pundits and people on TV are going to argue. I think that the Chiefs are going to win this game. I do think it's going to be a hell of a game between both. I wouldn't be surprised if it went in overtime.
LT.
Yeah, how crazy is it that 2 of the greatest of all time, in my opinion, as far as Lamar and Mr. Allen have never won.
Yep.
Right, that's insane. That shows you how great the AFC is, in my opinion.
Yes.
Very, very heavy.
Or Mahomes. Mahomes.
Well, no, he's wrong. I'm not counting him.
I'm just saying he's shutting the door on everybody. He's pretty much.
He's like Jordan. He's like Jordan. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's shutting the
door.
He's
not
giving him LeBron.
Getting the opportunity.
Yeah. He's shutting them out.
The only reason they didn't win is because they had somebody that was better, and that's scary, right? So I agree with that. Look, the Bills are going to win this game. Okay, the Chiefs are playing at a very high level. Bills are playing at a high level now too. I think they found their footing. This is the game of the week, easy
for sure
at this point.
Sure.
And I think the winner has a serious statement as far as now I'm leading the AFC and I'm going to take this over type of scenario at this point. I think the winner is probably putting
whoa.
By the end of the season, you don't see that happen. You don't see that happening by the end of the season. This is a huge game. A game like this,
The Bills lead the AFC?
huh?
They're
You said the
6-2.
Yeah.
Maybe
If
6
they
and
win,
2.
yeah, you're right.
If the
No,
winner
no,
of
no,
this,
we're-
the
we're
winner of
6
this
and
has
2.
6 wins, guys. The winner of this has 6 wins.
We got 6
Oh,
wins
they-
too right
they
now.
would be 6
I understand that.
And
Same record.
Colts got 7. So there's still some room for them to grow. I get what you're saying. I get what you, but we still got to see the Charger. I mean, the Chargers, but the Chiefs as well. But go ahead, man. I ain't gonna cut into your time.
Yeah.
Let you, man.
Yeah.
So you got the Bills, LT.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, I think the MVP talk for Josh Allen goes towards because I think his numbers is like 12-3 or 12-4.
12-4.
A touchdown.
1,500 yards though.
But 5 touchdowns rushing.
Yeah.
And then probably 200-300 yards rushing too. Like that right there puts
That matters.
It's gonna inflate his numbers a lot
Yeah.
when the way he runs the ball and the way he gets touchdowns on his feet and the way he takes care of games.
Total yards is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but I'd say
he's not even on pace to get. He's basically on pace to get 3,000 yards, a little bit over that for the year, a little maybe 3,800 yards in passing.
After this
for the
game,
season.
about to have him and Mahomes
and maybe
combined
30
for
touchdowns.
600 passing
Maybe
yards
30
this game.
touchdowns.
Him and Mahomes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Him and Mahomes are going to go for 600 passing yards total. to go combined. Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, I got the Bills. This is game of the week, but it's not the game I'm gonna watch. But yeah.
All right, me. I got the Chiefs, man. I just like I said, you got to beat the king around me, man. You to be the king, you got to beat the king. And don't get me wrong, they're at the Bills, correct? They're at the Bills. So I mean that makes it a tougher game. And I know that Josh Allen will step up for this game too because he understands it's a statement game for both teams. But you're playing against a really hot team right now. Josh Allen threw for 160 yards last game. Not saying that he needed to throw for any more because he didn't. They won that game handily. It was no problem for him. But the fact of the matter is, they don't feel like the same Bills as they've been the seasons before. I think that they've almost got to a point where you're almost resting on your laurel and you haven't even actually accomplished anything. You feel like you can walk into a room, people are going to be afraid of you. If you were that team who he should be right now, he's at a point where Mahomes was when Mahomes was still hungry and was a killer. He would have walked into and played the Falcons and blew the Falcons out. There's no way Josh Allen should allow that to happen. He allowed that to happen. Because we all know Mahomes will stop something from happening by himself. Period. You just so happen to be the person catching this ball. You know what I mean? Like, here you go. Let me basically handing it off to you. So I just don't.
It was really him.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I've seen him beat teams by himself, make me scared to bet against him. Like, I ain't betting against that dude. Ain't no way. You know, there's just no way. But to me, I just don't. I don't. The Bills have not proven themselves, and that right now, actually, they've kind of shown themselves as lesser than what they were to me last year. I feel like, there was something that happened in that last game to Josh Allen and the way he froze up. I think that's going to be a mental note in his head. Maybe it helps him play better this game, but that's going to probably plague him for a long time. The way he froze up that last game of the year last year, and I just don't see them beating the Chiefs this year. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. All right, we got the next game. We got the Seahawks and we got the Commanders. We're going to go ahead and start off with you, LT, on this one right here. Then we'll go to man last.
I want to say the Commanders so bad. But just because, I can't. It's just not going to happen. Seahawks are playing very, very good football, I feel like. Just in total this season, not even just the last couple of weeks. I think in total they've played really good football and very consistent. Let's be honest, right? I mean, they haven't really lost crazily or anything like that, or they just didn't show up one week. I feel like they just another team got lucky when they played them, in my opinion. So looking at it, they have a quarterback that's playing at a high level. Darnold, he's got 4 interceptions, 12 touchdowns. Walker's running the ball efficient.
Charbonnet.
Running backs, Charbonnet is doing decent. I feel like their running game's a little down compared to what I feel like. We got that. JSN, that should be all you need right there. I don't think this is going to be close. It's a 3.5-point spread. I think that's really being nice. Yeah, I think that's really being nice to the Commanders at this point. I think Seattle's going to handily win this game, and I don't normally say that, so that should tell you something.
Easy.
I don't think that Jaden Daniels is fully healthy. I don't think that he's going to play, but even if he does, he's not going to be fully healthy. And to be frank, I think even if he was fully healthy, I don't think that they have enough to beat the Seahawks anyway. They got a lot of gadget receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like Deebo Samuel is not a receiver who's going to like beat you and get open at the line.
At all.
You got to get the ball in his hand early. Like he ain't a typical. He's low key a running back. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a typical receiver who's going to create separation or nothing like that. You getting him the ball in his hand off quick stuff, slants, comeback. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Just to get the ball in his hand in space. McLaurin is not fully healthy. Zach Ertz only matters when you get in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? But he's been really good in the red zone. But you got to get there. Their defense is nowhere near as good as it was last year, at least with making turnovers, you know what I'm saying, creating turnovers. Like I said, even if McDaniels is 100% miraculously healthy, I don't think that that's enough. I think Sam Darnold probably going to carve them up. Yeah. And, Seahawks going to win that game.
Yep.
Just before you go, man, right here, I'm looking at, you look at the stats, man. JSN, he's really your receiving core by himself. Cooper Kupp hasn't really done anything. I've been really surprised
how they've not been using Cooper Kupp as much as I thought they would use him a lot more.
And they don't have anyone else, man. Okay, you got 50 receptions out of JSN, 24 out of Kupp, 18 out of Barner, the tight end, and Arroyo has 11.
I like Arroyo though. I really like Arroyo.
So you're not passing the ball around. So basically, if someone came in with a really good scheme to D up JSN, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be an issue unless I don't see it happen either. But go ahead, man. I don't mean to.
So I get what you're saying and all that. I get it. But Sam Darnold, he had the same exact thing when he was on the Vikings, and he had Justin Jefferson. He was giving the ball to Justin Jefferson a ton. He's a good quarterback, and he can feed somebody a lot. JSN is the same. He is quarterback proof. The way Geno Smith's playing terrible now. He was a great player last year with Geno Smith. So I told you guys last time, his game against the Texans was to see how far he is, and he killed the Texans. He is the best wide receiver in the NFL, and it's not close. Quarterback
tough one.
Because you couldn't tell me who second is.
You got Chase. You just
said the best in the NFL.
You just said him.
It's not Chase. It's
Debo.
not Chase.
You tripping?
Are you kidding me?
Jefferson's second. Chase is not.
No, you know what I'm gonna say right now. Chase got 70 receptions right now. He got 700 yards. He had Browning.
Is Chase quarterback proof? Because when he had
he played terrible.
Yes.
When he had Browning,
he played awful.
No, he still put up numbers. That's why he got 70 receptions.
Flacco threw him the ball 25 times. And then
because he's that cold. That's why.
He was open 25 times. He threw the ball. And he could have probably caught it.
Man, I understand the bias, brother.
He's the best wide receiver.
You just said he's better than Justin Jefferson and everybody else already.
Right
and this is probably
this is second year. I don't even think he's better than
this is second year.
He just had a bye week last week, and he had a bye week last week. And
give me that healthy kid from Tampa. I'm good with him over.
That dude's filthy too. And he's filthy. What about Pickens? Pickens is good too.
I love getting a rise out of him. I'm about to start naming every number one.
Think he's better than that? You think he's better than DK Metcalf?
You could even argue top 8, but top
right now, probably better than
DK. Crazy.
This is his second year, right?
Pickens.
Is this his second or third year?
Yes.
I mean, you got to give him some time, brother, before we start saying that. I mean, I get you. You're saying this year. You're saying this year. But yards wise, he's the number one receiver in the league. Yards wise. He's number one receiver in the league, yards wise.
He just had a bye week, and he's still leading the league by like 200 yards. He's
playing because I just told you why. They're not passing nobody else the ball but him. But you know who else is playing a system kind of like that too? Chase. Because the next Higgins got 25 catches.
Wait. You know what the difference is? T. Higgins is on the other side. There's nobody else on the Seahawks that's going to draw that much attention as much as T. Higgins is. You have a second option where you can spread it around.
And Chase had Browning in there for what, 4 games?
If we have T. Higgins drawing attention, doesn't that make it easier for Chase?
that also gets him receptions.
Man.
Because Chase is the dude who's going to draw attention.
Hey,
And then T. Higgins is going to have to kill you underneath, which is then going to shade the attention to T. Higgins, which then opens up Chase again. The only thing you're doing on the Seahawks is throwing it to Jay, just throwing it to him. That's it.
And guess what? And that has gotten us.
It's working.
That doesn't mean that he's better than Chase. Than Chase.
It's working until the playoffs
Jesus.
when Sam Darnold chokes again, ladies and
He is
gentlemen.
the best wide receiver in the NFL.
He is not the best wide receiver in the NFL.
By
You
far.
don't believe that. If he didn't have a Seahawks jersey on, have a Seahawks jersey on, you wouldn't be saying that. You wouldn't be saying that.
He just had a bye week and he's still 200 yards.
That's not what I said. I said if he didn't have a Seahawks jersey on, you wouldn't be saying that. Tell me you would.
Guess what he has on?
That's not what I asked you, man. If he didn't have a Seahawks jersey on, tell me that he would be the top receiver in the league. Say it with your chest. I want to hear you say it.
He had Geno Smith. What is Geno Smith?
If he didn't have a Seahawks jersey on, if he
he's
played for the Raiders and he with the same numbers, he the best receiver in the league?
Who knows what I would say?
You's a mother effing liar.
Who knows what I would say? I'm just saying,
and you know
this
it.
nigga is killing the league by
I didn't
himself.
say he wasn't. All I'm saying is best receiver in the league is a stretch.
What about McMillan from Carolina? You're huge on him.
That's cold receiver core.
Give McMillan some time.
That
Give McMillan
receiver
some
core
time. He'll be
crazy.
top 10. Give McMillan some time. He'll be top 10.
You
JSN
giving him top 10
number one.
already, but you didn't jump the gun and
I said
gave
give him some
one.
time. He'll be top 10.
One.
JSN
So
is
what?
number
Okay,
one.
wait. How much time do you need to be top 10?
He probably need like 3. He probably need.
How
like
many
3.
years has JSN been in the league and you didn't crown him number one?
He's 3. He's
Stop
better than
it, bro.
McMillan. He's
Like,
better
cut
than
it out.
McMillan. He's better than McMillan. Every single Ohio State Buckeye, they say, hey, who's the best out of all you guys? They asked Igbuka. They asked Garrett Wilson. They asked Olave. They asked Marvin Harrison Jr. They said, who's the best? They said JSN.
Okay.
They said
In
JSN the
college.
best. And
That's
these
the
are
best one they've seen in
monsters.
college.
And
He's
these
a
are-
dog,
these are-
though.
say that.
I can't.
I'm
he's
not
a dog.
saying that he's not nice.
What are we
But
talking
number
about?
one overall, you got a little bit too much dip on your chip, boy. That's too much.
Number
That's
one,
too much.
number one overall
Are
is
we
tough. That's
serious?
Number
that's
one
a heavy
overall is crazy. If you
You
want to
know
give
who-
him top 3, I'll argue with you. But
Oh,
number
sure,
one
sure.
overall, just flat out, and you said it's not even close. You tripping, bro?
Say it's not even close.
You tripping?
He had a bye week and he's still 200 yards up.
They're feeding him the ball.
Chase had 3 bye weeks.
Okay, so
What
they're
was
not feeding the. Okay. So look. Oh, we're
He
not.
ain't
we're
200
feeding him the
yards
ball.
up. He about
They're
150.
feeding him the ball with
How
the
many
top
catches?
tier,
Can someone
with the
remind me how many
quarterback who's
catches-
playing top
How many
tier.
catches?
Chase
how many
didn't
catches
have a top tier
does Chase
quarterback
have
the
right
whole
now?
time.
70.
How many catches does Chase have right now?
70.
I think he got like 100 targets
We're
too. I think he
feeding
got
him the
99
ball.
targets or something like that.
With
He's
three,
got a lot of
with
targets.
3 games of Jake Browning, you had your starting quarterback in the whole time. You can't look at that
He's
the same.
quarterback proof. He's quarterback proof. It doesn't matter who's at the
On
helm.
to the next
He's
topic,
got
bro.
it.
You can't argue with this man about nothing.
He's quarterback proof.
Nothing with the
Just
Seahawks.
go to the, it don't
Quarterback
matter.
proof.
It don't matter. Cooper
Anyway,
Kupp,
They
best
could be
receiver.
Hey.
up in
Best number
15.
two
We should be in the
league.
Super Bowl.
Sam Darnold is the best quarterback we've seen since Joe Montana. All you gotta do is let him throw the ball. All they gotta do is throw it.
Sam
And he
Darnold
was the best
just
quarterback
knows who
since
to throw
Joe
it to.
Montana. You seen the numbers he put up?
He knows how to throw it
Have
to.
you seen him? It's
All he has to
crazy.
do- all he has to do is follow a simple criteria.
Hey,
Yeah.
Throw the
All
best
right.
wide receiver the ball.
let's spin the block on this right here, y'all. You know what
Wait,
saying?
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Go ahead.
No, you done.
Also,
You
look,
done, bro.
No, we got the best safety. We got the best linebacker
This
in the
nigga,
NFL.
you good.
Ernest Jones.
Oh, all of a sudden, you soldier boy. You
Every
everywhere.
position, number
Right,
one.
niggas,
Every
everywhere.
position, number one.
Okay,
Soldier boy.
you soldier boy now. All right.
Stephen Worry went crazy. Evan Worry, he a monster. He had a breakout game after he's been injured for weeks.
Another rookie.
Rookie, and he
Young
went
boy.
crazy.
Let's
Uh,
go
That's
ahead.
the best
Go
in
ahead,
the
go ahead,
league.
Go ahead. Let him finish.
Ernest
Let him
Jones.
Best in the
Ernest
league.
Jones. He's what, third in interceptions right
He's the
now.
best.
As a
Let me get. He's the
middle
best
linebacker.
linebacker in the league.
middle linebacker, third in
Best middle. Okay.
He's been absolutely crushing any offensive passing. The run game's been blocked up because of him. He's been killing it too. Our team is looking nasty. Our D line,
Best team in the league.
every single D lineman on our
Number
team
one.
is doing their thing. Our team
Number
is
one.
man, you can't rock with us. If we're healthy, we've been injured all year and we still been killing it. 5 and
Still
6.
number one, bro.
Number one.
I'ma show
Let's
you
go ahead and
right
spin the block on this one, man. VZ.
Who we talking about? The Seahawks and the Commanders?
We still talking about
Let me make sure, real quick. I'm gonna go with the Commanders just to piss man
Oh,
off.
this is literally about to be the
I'm literally doing it just to piss him off. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. Marcus Mariota gonna throw for 400 yards, and Bobby Wagner gonna have 18 tackles in the sack. Yeah, I'm going with the Commanders. I don't care. I'm going with it.
I mean, sorry about that. LT. My bad.
Oh, it's my turn?
Goodness.
Yeah, LT.
Yeah, oh man, I want to go against the I'm going to go against Seahawks. I'm going to go to Commanders.
Are we serious?
We're serious.
After that whole
serious
number one at every position
just
shit.
Serious
Listen,
I'm just as serious. I'm just as serious. Conviction.
Number one. This is crazy.
What
Okay.
are you talking
Hey,
about?
you good? You good, LT?
Oh yeah, I'm going with the Commanders for sure.
Okay.
By 300.
Yeah, man. Who you
Oh,
got?
yeah, I got
At
the Seahawks, man. What are we talking about? Like the better team. No Jaden Daniels. Hey, oh yeah. Also, the Jaden Daniels not playing. That's good for him because last time they had a quarterback like him play against us, RG3, who's out for the rest of his career.
RG3 was corny though.
Man.
They can't
Okay.
fuck with us.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I'm gonna be the man. You know what I mean? Because I think the Seahawks is gonna win the game. That's why I'm gonna go with them. Because I'm gonna just keep it real. I ain't gonna do a spite.
I'm being spiteful.
You know, it's okay. It's okay. I'm with it. I love it.
Capital McDonald's Sprite in the middle of it. I'm spiteful. Yes.
If they win this game, I'm coming in with a Commanders.
I'm talking crazy.
Hey, we're going ham on them. Everybody's going ham. I'm going ham too. I'm laughing. I'm making all the jokes in the world. It's going down. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? But I go with the Seahawks because I think that what Commanders, they're just going through it right now. They're gonna be a down year for them more than likely. I don't see them bouncing back. I think Daniels is hurt. I looked like a really, really bad injury when you saw
it. It's a hamstring. That's a soft tissue. You can't rush back.
It didn't look like that way that leg popped around like that. Like
he doesn't need to play this week.
Yeah, you might not need to pay for a few more weeks. They need to let him just sit for a minute, let him get right. But I'm gonna definitely go with them, man. We got our Monday night game. The Cardinals and the Cowboys. I'm gonna start with you, man.
I'm gonna be a realistic fan, but go ahead.
you want to tamp down expectations and stuff. Look at you over here.
My team already passed.
For this one, I don't like neither one of these teams, but
we don't like you neither, nigga.
But I promise you though, for my pops, I think the Cowboys, they offense has been going crazy, man. Their offense has been going crazy, and with CD's healthy and Pickens healthy, and we're gonna see a full offense right there. So I got them. The Cardinals suck, and I don't like the Cardinals either. So boom, yeah, I got the Cowboys.
LT.
How about Dak Prescott? This season, Dak is playing at another level, in my opinion, than he normally does. And I get the weapons. We could talk about that all day for sure, but he's actually making the throws that you expect him to make now, and I'm very impressed by that. That being said, they always play down to their competition, and by always, I mean always play down to the competition. Games they're supposed to win, they somehow find a way to lose. I don't see that happening in this one, though. I see them winning this. They're going to squeak by. It's going to be close because, like I said, they play down the competition. It's going to happen that same way, but they're going to win this game. The Cardinals just find ways to lose when they win. Like it's insane to me the way that they lose. So they're going to find a way to just give it right back to the Cowboys. The Cowboys are going to make a mistake somewhere along the way, and the Cardinals are going to give it right back. And then the Cowboys are going to walk it off with a field goal or a walk-off touchdown, something like that. Something weird is going to happen at the end. The Cowboys are going to win, though.
Beezy.
I don't got faith in these fools.
I
don't have faith in these fools. 2023, the last time we played them, 28-16. 2022, time after that, 25-22. The time after that in 2020, 38-10. We lost all three of the games. We lost all three of the games the last three times we played them. I don't know what it is about why the Cardinals play. I don't know. It's because we was cursed and we traded Emmett there. I don't know what it is. But the last three games, even before that, we barely beat them 17-28. And then before that, they were on a 4-game winning streak against us anyway. So if you go back to 2008, we've only beat them once in 2017. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We can't stop nobody. This game is going to be like, it's going to be, the Cardinals are going to score way more points. You're going to have people on their offense like, who is that? He was just bagging groceries at HEB. Why he got 200 yards? We can't stop nobody, bro. We can't do nothing. We don't got no pass rush unless we get up by 14 and we can dictate the game and like run and you know what I'm saying. I don't have faith in it. I think Dak is gonna have a good game because the Cardinals' defense is not like great. But hell, if we don't score first and then I don't see us stopping them. I just don't see us stopping them. And they don't got their starting running back in. They don't got the backup running back in. I don't know if Murray's gonna play. I still don't trust it. Dudes who you don't know who their name is, they put up career games against the Cowboys defense. And that's just facts. Plus, they didn't beat us the last 3 games we played over the past like 5 years. I think this is a trap game for us. And I think that numbers wise, offensively, it'll look good. You know what I'm saying? It'll look good for CD and Pickens and maybe Ferguson. Even Javonte Williams might get off, but I just don't trust our defense to be able to contend or be able, like, I don't trust us to get stops. Like, we can't even get 3 and outs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get somebody on 3rd and 20 something and they convert it. Not because of a penalty, because they just converted it. Like, I just don't see it happening.
They are real bad on 3rd and long.
I think we're horrible on 3rd and long. And I think we need to trade for somebody defensively. I personally think we need to just go ahead and cut Trayvon Diggs or go ahead and trade him. He ain't been playing the past 2 years anyway. He doesn't really make too much of a difference, and we paying him like he is a difference maker. Might as well let him go. Trade him somewhere else and let him live off that hype. Get even more draft picks in case we make a move this season, you know what I'm saying, to trade for somebody else defensively. I think we should trade him, get rid of him, or cut him at the end of the season, get some more defensive help in, particularly linebackers and safeties. But I think if we win this game, it'll be last second, field goal type stuff. But I really don't have too much confidence. I can't call it yet. I'm going to wait till you call it around the horn.
Me personally, man, I'm just looking over the numbers, man. Like, the Cowboys look good. They do. They probably only had like maybe 2 games where you could consider they've gotten blown out this year. The rest of them have been pretty close. I mean, all the games have been pretty close. They put points on the board. I mean, you look at he spreads the ball out. His 2 top receivers, they got 6 and 400 yards respectively. Tight end got 300 yards. Mm-hmm. You got a running back with over 600 yards. You can score. I'm looking at the Cardinals. They don't have anything going on. They don't have a running game. They don't have a passing game. They have nothing going on.
Does that matter against our defense, though?
I think it will, man. I think it will. I think at the end of the day, if they can get them to shoot out and they're going to have them having to throw the ball more and you can kind of tee off on that versus allowing them to run it and cause multiple problems for you, that'll be where the Cowboys, I kind of think, will run away with this game right here because there's not too many teams that can beat them in a shootout. Reason why we did, Denver Broncos, reason why the Broncos beat them is because we have a good defense too. I don't feel like the Cardinals, I don't know. I can't tell you. I mean, but I don't see the Cardinals having any kind of heart left. Your starting quarterback, right? Your starting quarterback is basically hobbling around. They're watching him throw, but his foot is messed up. He's not probably going to be playing. This doesn't make a lot of sense because without him being able to move, you're not a great quarterback, a passer anyway. So at the end of the day, if you can't run or do anything, I'm putting Jacoby Brissett in there and I'm gonna figure out what he got going on.
He's going to throw for 378.
It's a possibility.
3 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison going to have 192,000 yards.
But let's go ahead and spin the block on us. So, man, who you got?
Yeah, I got the Cowboys for this one. The Cardinals, they're actually a terrible team. I don't think they got that one at all.
LT.
Look, living in Dallas for as long as I did, VZ does have a point on this. This is the one team that's like kryptonite for the Cow, and that's the reason I said it the way I did too. As far as, hey, look, the Cowboys are going to do something to screw this up at the end. It's just going to happen that way. It always does against this team. But this year's different.
Josh Dobbs beat us, bro.
I know, but this year's different, man. It really is because the Cardinals, they find even crazier ways to lose. Josh
Dobbs can't grow eyebrows, bro.
That right there, LT.
I'm just saying they're going to
do.
give it
They
right
do.
back to the Cowboys, and then the Cowboys are going to kick their way off the field. That's just how this game's going to go. I think the Cowboys win this game at the last second field goal, walk off. Let's go home.
Easy.
You know how I'm gonna pick, goddammit. You know how I'm gonna pick. I gotta
We
pick
them
my
boys,
team.
baby.
I
We
gotta
them
pick my
boys.
team. All the shit I'm talking about, I gotta pick my team. I don't have faith in it. I don't like this. I feel like I'm about to throw up a little bit, but you know what? Fine. I'm gonna pick the Cowboys. I can't.
Man, y'all got me wanting to pick the Saints every week, man. Let's go. Let's go.
I gotta rock with my team, bro. What kind of fan would I
go.
be? You know what I'm saying? And then granted, like you said, like the points that y'all making, it's not like the Patriots is world. I mean, the Cardinals is world beaters. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't got no offense right now. You don't really know what's on in their defense. All I'm saying is, if there's a team that will invent a way to lose the game, or that will create a star on offense, at least for fantasy for 1 week, the Cowboys will do that. It scares me.
This is, I think this year's Cowboys team is different. The reason why I say that is because you guys have a bona fide running game. Running game.
The running game don't matter if we're down by 20.
Well, I mean, most times it's not going to start off the game that way. You guys haven't been just being down by 20 this many games this year. It just hasn't happened. You guys have lost some close games.
He is a true Cowboys fan.
What I'm going to say is,
right in here, it hurt.
You guys got two number ones, man.
Cracking it hurt. Damn.
I love
y'all
Cowboys
got
fans.
two realistic number one receivers, man. That's why I think is the difference right there. I think that's going to get you guys. If you guys make the playoffs, you're dangerous.
And y'all tight end.
Nobody say,
yeah. You're not wrong. Visa, you're not wrong. Y'all find ways to lose, and I understand that. But the Cardinals, I'm telling you, they're this season's form of.
This might be a game we get away with, but that talking about we get in the playoffs, we dangerous. You trying to make me feel better.
I'm being honest, man. Like
we get in the playoffs, we can't do nothing. Basically, is we got to score first.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You guys understand
that was the formula against y'all, and we lost by like 20-something.
We had, but you're going against one of the top defenses in the league.
You get to the playoffs, that means you're a top team.
Game. You know what you guys did too as well? Y'all, what y'all did was y'all learned something that y'all showed the rest of the league, that you can target Riley Moss. I mean, they targeted the hell. If you have two really good, which most people don't have, they just don't. You can pick on him a little bit more than you can pick on a Surtain. And then Surtain, him being hurt, you never know how this is going to affect him going out through the rest of the season. You just don't know.
Picking on Riley Moss, we still lost by 20 plus.
Don't get me wrong. He still did what he had to do. But I'm saying you guys have bona fide two dogs. That ain't, you know what I mean? There's only one other team with two bona fide dogs. In my personal opinion, I don't know if you guys may know someone else. And that's the Bengals. Who else got bona fide two dogs? And who else is going to be able to line up against those two and really stop both of them? Nobody. There's no weaknesses in you guys' receiving game. You got a tight end, man. Come on, bro.
Tight end.
But anyway,
and like I said earlier, Dak's playing at a different level this year. So that's a difference.
Killing him. He's killing them. You guys consider Josh Allen
MVP.
If you're considering Josh Allen for MVP, you better be considering Dak. He has more touchdowns.
Consider him, but don't give him the award.
I'm not considering either one of them MVP.
Me neither. I don't. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say like this. I think that we just saw him lose CeeDee Lamb for what, 2 or 3 games?
Yep.
Yeah, like I don't know how many games they lost during that time span, but he got him back, and we're gonna see what I think they're gonna go on an epic run as far as like yardage and everything they got. I think they're about to go on a run. Them boys about to go on a run, but that's just my opinion.
They're playing a perfect team to start it.
Absolutely. And with that, man, there goes the end of this episode of Plays and Parlays. I am your host, Wesley, along with my co-host, the Guru, LT, my dude, BZ, and the man. We'll see you guys next time.
Happy birthday to me. This
His birthday is coming up.
Let's go.
Is it tomorrow or is it
no, Friday?
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Actual Friday. Okay.
You got to watch the fix, man. We'll give you a shout out on the fix too.
Absolutely. We'll go ham for him. Have a good drink for you too, man.
Yes,
all right, man. I'll talk to y'all soon. Hey, make sure y'all join us next week, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.